This broadcast will begin in 5 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 1 minute. This broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKinnon's on touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
This broadcast is a production of the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Good evening from Ellsworth Athletic Field. Tonight, the WJPA Sports Network presents WPIAL Class 1A Tri-County South action as the Jefferson-Morgan Rockets visit the Bentworth Bearcats. Hi, friends. I'm Nate Rigotti. Alongside me will be Bill Duquette. Brandon Bennett is our field producer. Gina Reeves and Dacia Skolnekovich on the cameras. Cam Pritz is operating our scoreboard this week, and Jacob Knisner is in our downtown Washington studios. The Rockets are the reigning Tri-County South Conference champions and are looking to repeat here in 2025. JM is undefeated at 7-0 overall this season and 4-0 in the Tri-County South. Bentworth is 5-2 this year and 3-1 in the conference, with their two losses by a combined 4 points. Their only conference loss, a 1.8-7 heartbreak to California, who many thought would be the best challenger to knock off Jefferson-Morgan. Tonight's matchup features the top two scorers in all of the WPIL. One of them, the leading rusher in the Whippeal, the other, the number 2 overall receiver. This game should be a dandy, and we're excited to bring it to you on the WJPA Sports Network. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by the Community College of Beaver County. By Bentleyville Giant Eagle, open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By the Day Insurance Agency on East Main Street in Washington, on Main Street in Hickory, online dayinsurance.com, celebrating more than a half-century of service. By Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation, an advanced surgical hospital. By Attorney John Patricic, nearly 30 years of experience giving your case the attention it deserves. By First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County, people you know, people you can trust. By the Washington Green chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. By Quality Quick Printing, your Team Spirit printing headquarters since 1978. Online at qualquick.com. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Mariscotti Insurance Agency and Mariscotti Funeral Home in California, proud to support students and families throughout the area. And by Washington County Human Services. Take the first step toward a healthier life. Call 724-228-1234. We'll break down this matchup, talk with both head coaches, and take a look at the action across Washington County tonight when our pregame show continues on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Whether you're shopping for 1 or 100, make one convenient stop for everything you need at Bentleyville Giant Eagle. Fresh meats and produce, deli, fresh baked goods, dairy products, cold and flu supplies, all the snacks you want and everything else you need. Bentleyville Giant Eagle has beer and wine available Sunday through Thursday 11 to 7, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9. Supporting area high school sports, students, and families. Giant Eagle in Bentleyville, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits, and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one-of-a-kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Welcome back to Ellsworth Athletic Field here in Ellsworth, home of the Bentleyville Bearcats. Nate Rigotti now joined by my friend Bill Duquette. Coach, always glad to have you on the air, and another great game for you on a Friday night.
Well, it's a good Friday night too. It's going to be nice and crisp.
I think it's finally football weather. Sunset behind us here. It'll be down by the time we kick this ball off around 7 o'clock. Jefferson-Morgan leading the conference standings at 7-0 overall, 4-0 in the Tri-County South. Only other undefeated team in the Tri-County South right now is California, who, of course, delivered Bentworth's first loss, just an 8-7 loss. That's a Bentworth team that played California very closely. A lot of eyes on that game. It was heartbreaking for Bentworth, but they got a lot of notoriety out of playing California so closely.
Well, one of the things that you got to remember is that Bentworth is trying to come back, and they're doing it pretty well. I saw them at the beginning of the year. Ben Hayes is a very, very good football player. He almost beat Burgestown single-handedly when they were there, but he put the ball on the ground 2 or 3 times during the course of the football game, and I think that's something that he's going to have to be aware of tonight. He seems to have improved that during the course of the season, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, let's talk about Ben Hayes a little bit more since you brought him up. Ben Hayes is the leading rusher in the WPIL right now. Nobody has more yards than him, 1,259, just 7 games into the season. He has gotten at least 100 yards in every contest this season. He's gotten bigger from last year. He added 20 pounds or so. He set the school single-season rushing record last year at 1,382. He could break that record here tonight. I mean, he only needs 123 yards to break his own record, and there's still 3 more games to go in the season, plus playoffs. So I think he's going to break that pretty handedly as long as he doesn't get hurt. He's a tremendous talent for Bentworth.
He basically he's a yards after contact runner, but he also has the speed to break it wide open when he gets open in a seam. But we've seen him play. When he makes contact with somebody, he keeps his feet moving, moves the pile, breaks tackles. They're going to have to. Jefferson-Morgan's going to have to wrap up. They're not going to be able to arm tackle or grab him. And we'll see how his offensive line can help him out a little bit to give him some running room.
Bentworth coming off a 42-0 spanking over the West Green Pioneers. How about this line for Ben Hayes? 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, a pick 6, and a punt return for a touchdown. I think that's pretty impressive for the young man. 5 touchdowns, 4 different ways in a single game. He's the guy.
Well, if you play him in a lot of positions, you have that opportunity. When you're a good athlete, you can do that. And certainly he's a good athlete, has good genetics. His dad was a great player at W&J, all-conference defensive back 2 years.
I remember there was a time where I'd read that stat, and like back in 1990, his dad played like with Luke Ravenstahl around 2001 or so.
Yeah.
Like we're into the 2000s where Dad played now. Time is catching up to us quickly.
I saw him before the game, and he was offended that he was called Ben Senior in the paper because he said, I'm only 45. He said, I'm not Ben Senior. He said, but I am a grandfather.
So we talked a lot about Ben. Let's talk about the Jefferson-Morgan standout, Deacon DeHoot. He's the Herald Standard Athlete of the Week right now. Last week against Beth Center, 6 receptions, 202 yards, 3 touchdowns. What makes him so incredible is that on all 3 of those touchdowns, which were all fairly long touchdowns, 1 over 70, they're all hitch routes. He uses his speed. You're not going to see Farabee fire the ball 50 yards down the field. It's going to be 7 yards, and DeHoot beats you on his feet.
Well, that's modern football right now. Modern football is get the ball to your playmaker on the outside, put him one-on-one with a corner, and let him do what he does. And that sounds to me like that's what he does. He catches the football, makes the first guy miss, and then outraces everybody to the end zone. And certainly he did it last week. We'll see if Bentworth can keep up with him.
He has 30 receptions for 741 yards in the air. That's second most in the WPIL so far, 11 touchdown catches this season. He's also rushed for over 500 yards on the ground and reached the end zone 10 times. He's got a kickoff return for a touchdown, 2 two-point conversions, 136 total points. Top 2 scorers in the WPIL. Ben Hayes, 144. Deacon DeHoot with his 100. I said 136. It's 138. It's pretty impressive.
It is impressive, and you don't do it by yourself either. They've got some help. And so far, that help during the games that they've played up until now, he's gotten some help in terms of running the football. The Hoot's got help in terms of getting the ball to him, number one, but also giving the quarterback time to get the ball to him. So it's going to be an interesting match tonight to see which team defensively can shut the other offense down.
I had the opportunity to be on the field with both head coaches before tonight's game. We're going to step aside. When we come back, I'll be in coach. Portash and Shane Zides took some time with us on the field during warm-ups. We'll have those interviews for you when we come back here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Radio and TV today are cluttered with ads for car insurance. You might find these ads clever, funny, or even annoying. We like to keep things. We will give you the service without all those gimmicks. Call us to get a free no-obligation quote with Erie Insurance. You might be surprised how much you can save. That's the Day Insurance Agency, 724-228-3448, or online at dayinsurance.com.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremities, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and
what was the message in the locker room before you guys came out?
Play mistake-free ball. If we play mistake-free ball, it should be a good game. If we come out and take care of ourselves, no goofy penalties, personal fouls, offsides. It's hard to sort of drive in the first and 15. So no penalties, play clean ball, we should be okay.
Had a big win last week against West Green. Had a close loss to California. You've lost 2 games this season by a total of 4 points. How hard has that been for your team to swallow at times?
It's hard. It's hard. But, as people would say to me too, I mean, a lot of people came up to me, during the week after that, and they're like, hey, you lost by 1. Remember last year you lost by 60? I'm like, it's still a loss. But it worked out well. I mean, it was a hard game. We lost by 1. Lost to Burgestown by 4 points. We should almost be sitting there 7-0. I mean, we're 4 points away from 7. How many times you heard that at Bentworth?
Yeah.
7-0 Bentworth. Whew. 5-2 is good right now. We're looking pretty good right now. 5-2. So.
Everybody excited about this game tonight against Jefferson-Morgan, defending conference champions. They're undefeated right now. There's a lot of hope that Bentworth's going to play this Rocket team really closely tonight and maybe pull off a win.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully our running game will pick it up, and we're gonna try to spread them on a little bit, some passing, a little bit more than we have been. We've been adding a couple more passes every week. I mean, you go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, but we threw the ball 7-8 times last week. So again, it's our running game. You got something like Ben Hayes, you got to exploit that, and we got a nice size line this year too.
You've got the #1 rusher in the WPR right now in Ben Hayes. What's it been like to watch him grow and really come in to himself as a player?
He's a talent. I mean, he's very humble. He worked hard. He worked hard in the offseason. He put in 20 pounds in the offseason. He had finished last year at 170, came in at 190 this year. 6 foot, fast. He got moves. I mean, he has great vision. And he's a hard worker. He's a leader on the field and off the field. He mentors kids. Just a great kid to have on team. Anybody, as I always say, if you're in Class A ball and you have the premier running back, you have a chance to win your conference. So, and that's where we're sitting right now.
You've got a great weapon in him. Jefferson has a great weapon in Deacon DeHoot. What have you seen on film with him?
Deacon's fast. He got some moves too. I think he might be a little faster than Ben, but I think Ben got a little bit more football moves, I'd say. But he gets the ball in open space, we're just going to bring him down. If we gain tackle and we tackle like we should, like we did against California, we should be okay again.
What would it mean for you, for this team, for these players, for this community to pick up a win tonight?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Just a big game. We try to get everybody here in the community. Soccer is very successful here. Finally, football's starting to turn around a little bit. We win this game, it's going to be, not looking forward past me. Talking about in 2 weeks when, we play Vela and they play Cal. It's going to be week 8. It's going to be a big week for everybody.
A lot of eyes on tonight's game. Head coach of Bentworth, Dave Portash. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Best of luck tonight. Thanks so much. We'll be back again on the pregame show in just a minute here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. We'd love to have you join us in celebration of outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams from our area. As a member of our chapter, you can nominate potential candidates, then vote on the nominees for each year's induction banquet. And you can help spread the word about our region's rich athletic tradition. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Since 1978, Quality Quick Printing has been a single source for all your business, organization, and corporate printing needs. A full-service digital document solution center, high-speed digital copying, large format, design and finishing, direct mail services, and so much more. Call their print solutions specialist to help with your next project, 724-225-9427, or visit qualquick.com.
With giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Back here at Ellsworth Athletic Field, Bentworth's football field, a natural grass surface. Under the lights tonight on a Friday night. This field, obviously in Ellsworth, not where the high school is at Bentworth. The Bentworth Marching Band has just come out onto the field, and we're going to bring you this national anthem here at Bentworth. Thank you to the Bentworth Marching Band. Sorry, I had already unmuted you there, Mr. Duquette, as we're crammed up here in the bleachers behind a little table that just sneaks into the bleachers for us. And my knees hurt after standing up for the anthem for that, too. But
my knees hurt after I stand up in the morning.
Let's take a look at some other games that are happening tonight here across the WPIL in week number 7 of action. Up in Class 6A, Allegheny tonight. A couple of eyes on the Big Macs, seeing if they can make any progress against a usually pretty good North Allegheny team. Cannon Mac having a decent year so far. In 5A, a lot of eyes on this game as well. Peters Township visits South Fayette in the 5A Allegheny 6 Conference. 4A Big 6 Conference, our other game on WJPA tonight. It's here on our YouTube page. You can hear Bob Gregg and Jack Sacco as well on 95.3 FM. Chartiers Valley is at Trinity. Both Trinity and Chartiers Valley with comeback wins last week. Those two teams facing off maybe for a Big Six Conference championship. 3A Western Hills Conference, McGuffey is hosting Avonworth. In the 2A Century Conference, Wash High is at Charleroi tonight, and Waynesburg is at Keystone Oaks. Our friends at greensports.net have that Waynesburg at KO game. 1A Black Hills Conference. This is maybe the 1A game of the week outside of ours. Bishop Canevin at Fort Cherry. Can the Crusaders try to upset Fort Cherry in that one? I think there's a lot of people paying attention to that game tonight.
Well, that'd be a good one to watch on tape replay.
Burkittstown is hosting Monessen, and Sarah Catholic is at Chartiers Houston. Other games in the 1A Tri-County South along with ours tonight. Carmichael's is at Avella, Mapletown is at Beth Center, and California is hosting West Green. Those are some games going around going around Washington and Greene counties tonight. Here we're at Bentworth for what should be a great game between Jefferson-Morgan and the Bentworth Bearcats. Again, Bentworth lost to California by just 1 point. California is still on the schedule for Jefferson-Morgan. That game not until the end of the year. But you were doing some calculation on Jefferson's wins. So Jefferson 7-0, 4-0 in the conference. But Bill and I were talking before the game, and he got out his old calculator and started doing some math.
I used my fingers. I did some math, and if you go from the beginning of the year up until last week through the Best Center game, the overall record for opponents for Jefferson-Morgan is 12-35.
Wow. Now
you can't control your schedule.
Sure.
You got to play who you got to play, and the key is when you're playing those people, what you want to do is you want to dominate the poor teams, or the least talented teams, and really be able to play with the teams that are pretty good. And 42-7, 57-30, 26-10, 63-6, 33-0, 40-6. They've done their job.
Now remember, this is a Jefferson-Morgan team that has not won a playoff game since 2006. It's been a long time since the Rockets have won in the postseason. Last year they got to host a playoff game against lost on their home turf in the first round 39-30. If Jefferson wants that home field advantage again, you've got to get through Bentworth tonight to line yourself up against California later.
Yes, there's no question about that, and I'm sure they'd like to have another shot at a home playoff game, but I think they'll take a playoff game anywhere, anyhow,
sure,
if they can win one.
I think they, on paper, have already clinched a playoff spot. We know the Rockets will be in the postseason. Tri-County South has struggled. I mean, this is a conference that has historically not performed well in the playoffs. But the last 3 years, they've at least won one playoff game coming out of the Tri-County South. So a lot of hope around who's going to come out of the Tri-County South this year.
One of the things about the Tri-County South, it's the haves and have-nots. There's not much balance in the conference. There are one or two teams that are battling it out, maybe a third in there every year. And it's kind of like Black Hills, the Black Hills Conference, So, what you have to do is those teams on the bottom have to become more competitive so that they prepare the good teams and they're competitive with the teams that go to the playoffs in the first place.
You have a Carmichael's team in the Tri-County South right now that had gone to the playoffs a couple of times in 2A before and now 0-4. In the Tri-County. Mapletown 0-4. West Green and Beth Center 1-3. Clearly a line drawn between the top four and the bottom four. On the line tonight for Bentworth as Jefferson-Morgan runs out onto the field. Nice little crowd over there across the way from Jefferson-Morgan. On the line for Bentworth tonight is maybe if you can beat JM and JM goes and beats California, you share a Tri-County South Conference crown.
Yep.
And that would mean a whole heck of a lot to this Bentworth program. A lot of talk about the soccer team on this Bentworth school, the Messner boys, and for good reason, right?
Hey, I saw them play. They're pretty good.
Yeah. A lot of talk about that soccer team.
I have a grandson that plays at Chartiers Houston, and when they go out and play, Bentworth takes no prisoners. They're pretty good, and they're good top to bottom on a couple teams.
Last 3 games for Bentworth, 42-7 over Beth Center, 35-6 over Carmichael's, 42-0 to West Green. They've been pounding their opponents since that 1-point loss to California. Can they stay close tonight to Jefferson-Morgan? I think this is going to be a great matchup.
Well, we're hoping. We're hoping it will be. We're going to be able to see one end a lot better than we see the other. We're sitting at the 35-yard line, and down the scoreboard end, it's going to be a crapshoot trying to figure out what yard line they're on if you're close.
Let me apologize now for our cameras. Dacia Skolnekovic is our replay camera. We're going to have obstacles all over the place. Gina Reeves up in the booth. It's not the greatest place to broadcast, but I can't thank Brian Malecki and the crew at Bentworth enough. They've been so kind and so accommodating, doing what they can, helping us on internet connections and everything else. So thanks so much to Mr. Malecki and the rest of the crew. Captains coming out onto the field right now for the coin toss. Jefferson-Morgan in their white away jerseys, the orange pants, orange numbers, and the black helmets. Those uniforms look slick for the away uniforms. Bentworth in their gold home jerseys with the black numerals and black pants. Captains for Bentworth will see Matt Bahana, Jaquay Preston, Ben Hayes, and Braden Taggart. For the Rockets, we'll have Triton Farabee, Deacon DeHoot, John Woodward, and one more out there, that a lineman, I think. I think it's Levi Heath. So as they do this coin toss, we'll step aside one more time. And we come back. We'll have kickoff tonight between the Rockets and Bentworth Bearcats here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
Friday Night Lights brings our communities together. But too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opioid addiction. I'm County Commissioner Nick Sherman, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential hotline today at 724-228-1234. Together we can fight addiction and build a strong future for Washington County. 724-228-1234.
Out to kick off for Bentworth, Caden Hackinson, who will kick from left to right. Back to receive. Looks like DeHoot and Seth Fox. Hackinson has it teed up at the 40, and we're up and away. They'll stay away from those deep back guys. Taken at the 30-yard line by Woodward. Woodward will bounce it up across the 35, stays on his feet to the 50. Look at John Woodward go. John Woodward all the way up the far sideline. Kickoff return for a touchdown. Jefferson-Morgan starts the game with an exclamation point.
Popped the ball up.
30-yard line by Woodward. Woodward
popped the ball up. Caught by Woodward, took it up to the middle really right away, but never got wrapped up, just got banged around and ended up breaking out of the pack down the far side bench all the way in for the touchdown, and what a way to start a game.
He was bottled up at the 35 after taking it at the 30, and it looked like they kicked that short purposefully to stay away from DeHoot, and just like that, the Rockets on the board.
Number 74, Logan Yek will attempt.
Now here for the extra point, Logan Yek, the southpaw kicker. DeHoot, the holder, kick is up, and kick is good. We're just 13 seconds into the ball game. It's Jefferson-Morgan 7, Bentworth nothing on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Well, how about that start for the Jefferson-Morgan Rockets? 70 yards, John Woodward, 13 seconds, and an opening kickoff return for a touchdown for JM to lead this game 7-0.
Yikes.
Not a great start for Bentworth, though.
No, it's yin and yang there.
And to kick this off now is Deacon DeHoot. He'll boot this ball. Taken by Hayes. Looks like that's Hayes who will bounce that ball out. What is that, the 30-yard line? And that's where Bentworth will start 1st and 10.
It looks like around the 30, maybe the 25.
Honestly, I can't see down on that angle. I'll look to the camera for where we're going to start.
It's about the 29-yard line.
29, that's where we're going to start.
29-yard line, far hash mark, moving left to right as we look at them.
Those gold jerseys. Pitch back to Hayes. Hayes trying to bounce it to the right side. Gets around one guy, makes another man miss. Hayes still on his feet across the 45 and down at the 50-yard line.
Little pitch to the near side.
Back to Hayes.
Hayes ends up making a guy miss. Got a good block on the near bench. Made a guy miss, got up the field, and they're going to put the ball at about the 50-yard line.
Gain of 21 on 1st down.
Had a chance to show off his feet there a little bit. Really a nice move inside to get the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 50 now. Under center here is Watson. Watson hands it off to Hayes. Hayes to the 45. Wrapped up on the tackle is Jeremiah Robertson for Jefferson-Morgan.
Second down and 1 for the Bearcats.
Again, a little off-tackle play that time coming to the near side. Good job by the right side of the offensive line to open up a nice seam for Hayes to get through.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd down and 2. Ball in the near hash at the Jefferson-Morgan 42-yard line. Ty Watson, the quarterback, lines up under center, I formation. 2 receivers to the right side. It's Hayes who gets the call again, trying to bounce this out to the left. And he will get past the line to gain 1st down as he just continues to move the feet. And he'll cross the 40-yard line and move the sticks.
Again, he broke a tackle about 2 yards deep in the end zone or in the backfield and got up the field, bounced it to the outside, picks up the 1st down. Ben Hayes does what he does.
Gain of 5. 34 yards on the ground already for Ben Hayes. Ball now on the far hash as he bounced that out to the left side. Under 10 minutes to play 1st quarter. Jefferson-Morgan leading 7-0 after returning the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Watson under center. 2 backs this time. Fake it to 1. Give it back to Hayes. Hayes gobbled up. He'll get a yard or 2 out of forward progress as Jefferson-Morgan holds Hayes to his smallest gain at 2.
Yep. Off tackle right side. Nice hole, but bottled up on the 2nd level. Tried to make a big play instead of just taking it up the field. Ends up getting tackled on a cutback.
Ball placed to the middle of the field to the far hash.
Remind me to relay something to you after this play here.
I hope you're looking at the 35-yard line because it's a little squiggly. 2nd down and 8 after that gain of 2 by Hayes. Watson under center once again. 2 receivers near side. And this is not Watson. Mix it up. Go elsewhere. Looks like that's Jaquay who gets the handoff.
Had to give Hayes a rest. Somebody asked me one time, when you're an offensive coordinator, how many times do you give your ball to your tailback if it's a great one? And we had a tailback from Bentworth, incidentally, by the name of Chris Babarad. And one of the things I told him, he said, how many times would you give Babarad the ball? I said, every. I think you're looking at the same thing with Hayes.
Jaquay picks up 2 yards. 3rd down and 6 now for Bentworth. Ball in the far hash still. Fake it one way. Watson's going to Up at the line of scrimmage, tried to get outside and nowhere to go. Getting to him was Levi Heath.
Well, Levi Heath did a great job that time, moved right down the line. He tried to turn it up the field, and he just wrapped him up around the shoulder pads and didn't let him get up the field. Just a good job defensively, squaring his shoulders, coming right down the line, make sure the quarterback wasn't able to turn up.
4th down and 6. Ball at the Jefferson-Morgan 33-yard line for Bentworth. This is go-for-it territory here, and here comes the Bentworth offense. 4th down opportunity.
I'd either give it to Hayes or throw it to him.
Watson under center, and the handoff goes to Jaquay around the right side, drugged down, and there's a horse collar. Drugged down right at about the line to gain, but no question about the penalty there.
Jaquay tried to get it on the outside, and they just grabbed him by the back of the shoulder pads, pulled him down at the 30-yard line. That's going to tack on some yardage.
It actually was going to be short of the line to gain, but no question on that one on the penalty.
I think he'd have made the yardage had he not gotten grabbed by the shoulder pads.
Right at it. I think you're right. I think he had just gotten enough. But the penalty now moves the ball all the way to the 15-yard line. So Bentworth converts on a 4th and 6. Ball at the 15 now for Bentworth, trailing Jefferson-Morgan 7-0. Watson under center. Has Jaquay and Hayes fake it to Jaquay. Give it to Hayes. Hayes to the 10. Makes a man miss at the 7. Spins it to 5. Muscles his way. Reaches for the goal line. He's going to be short.
Brought down inside the 2, down near the 1-yard line.
Good job that time again. Breaking tackles.
1st and goal, Bentworth.
Unable to break that last one, but he's got to keep the ball in. That ball almost popped out. He held it with one hand going down to the ground.
Get him down to the 2-yard line. Gain of 13. 1st and goal for Bentworth. 6:30 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Jefferson-Morgan leads. Bentworth trying to get on the board here on its first offensive possession. Watson under center. Hayes and Jaquay, the 2 backs. 2 receivers to the left side. Pitch it back to Hayes now, following Jaquay, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bentworth.
Toss sweep, far side, 2 yards, touchdown, Ben Hayes.
And we're right by the Bentworth band, if you couldn't tell.
We don't need a crowd, Mike.
Certainly do not tonight. Hackinson comes to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and kick is good. 6:11 to play in the opening quarter. Jefferson-Morgan Bentworth tied at 7 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Whether you're shopping for 1 or 100, make one convenient stop for everything you need at Bentleyville Giant Eagle. Fresh meats and produce, deli, fresh baked goods, dairy products, cold and flu supplies, all the snacks you want and everything else you need. Bentleyville Giant Eagle has beer and wine available Sunday through Thursday 11 to 7, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9. Supporting area high school sports, students, and families. Giant Eagle in Bentleyville, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
DeHoot on the return this time. And Jefferson-Morgan will bring that ball out to about the 32-yard line, where we'll see the Rockets offense for the first time. It's a 7-7 score.
Out to the 32-yard line.
DeHoot caught the ball on a bounce, took it up the right side, and wrestled down at about the 32-yard line.
6:02 to play first quarter, tied at 7. 1st and 10 from the far hash, moving from right to left for Jefferson-Morgan. First time we've seen the offense after the 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Woodward. Triton Farabee, the quarterback, will hand it off to Woodward. Woodward plowing forward up the middle just over his right guard. And he'll pick up close to 5 yards on first down.
It's just a straight ahead run, inside zone play. Picked up good yardage on first down, gain of about 6.
Yeah, give him 6 yards. Second down and 4. Ball now at the 38-yard line of Jefferson-Morgan. 5.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Man comes in motion to the far side. That's Liam Rogers. Fake the pitch. Hand off to the inside. That goes to Jeremiah Robertson, who gets around the end of the 50 to the 45 and taken out of bounds. A big hit, but Robertson with a big gain to move the sticks for Jefferson-Morgan.
Little reverse. Robinson came from the right side. Underneath handoff, coming to the near side. Ends up setting up his block pretty well and gets up the sideline and gets booted out of bounds by guess who? Ben Hayes.
About a 23-yard gain there by Robertson. Takes the ball to the 35-yard line. Now here's Farabee in the gun. Woodward behind him. Woodward gets the handoff. Being patient, running behind his line. Plows forward for a few. Woodward, who has battled some injuries this season. Rushed for 378 yards on 55 carries and scored 6 touchdowns a season ago.
Woodward at tailback looks like a big tailback, but he's basically 5'11", 175 pounds.
He had 205 yards against Burgettstown.
He looks a little heavier than 175.
Woodward gets 3 on first down. Second down and 7. Farabee from the gun. 2 receivers to the right side. And here's the pass. Swing it out to who else but Deacon DeHoot, who makes the catch near the first down marker. Will he have enough?
There's that little hitch route. I think he got it up right around the marker.
Jeremiah Robertson.
Going to mark him a little bit short of the marker.
Gain of 6. Third down and 1 at the Bentworth 26-yard line.
Did not have a chance to square up on the corner. Corner came in and made a nice tackle. Wrapped him up right away as soon as he caught the football.
Third down and 1. 2 receivers to the right. Under center this time is Farabee, and he'll keep it himself. Not quite a tush-push, but the quarterback keeper, and no question about it, that's enough for the first down.
Big push off the line of scrimmage by the center and 2 guards. Gave the quarterback the first down before he even started to take his steps forward on the quarterback sneak.
Farabee picks up 3 yards to move the sticks. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, tied at 7. Jefferson-Morgan marching. Under center. I take that again. This is a direct snap to DeHoot. DeHoot takes the direct snap, trying to get around the edge and taken out of bounds.
DeHoot on the quarterback keeper gets around left end, forced out of bounds by Ben Hayes.
Hayes takes him out of bounds. Stops the clock with under 3 minutes to play in this first quarter.
Not sure whether that was designed to go off tackle or outside, but he broke it outside. Tried to get on the corner.
DeHoot actually loses 2 yards.
2 yards. And Hayes comes up from a safety position to make the tackle.
Ball now at the 25-yard line of Bentworth. Jefferson-Morgan with its first offensive possession. DeHoot again lined up his quarterback here with Woodward behind him. Direct snap to DeHoot. Keeps it himself, looking for somewhere to go. Now bounces it back to the left, tries to cut over, and really nowhere for him to go once again. Bentworth sniffed that out quickly.
Just looking for a place to get a seam, and again, Bentworth did a nice job. Nobody turned their shoulders. They were able to slide down the line of scrimmage, prevent the cutback, and DeHoot picks up a couple yards, but it's 3rd and long.
I guess Caden Ayers on the stop.
Of course, I think we're in 2-down territory right here. So they'd like to get at least half of this on this down.
3rd down and 6. Ball at the 20. Clock rolling with 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Now back in here is Farabee as quarterback. Woodward behind him. Farabee looking to pass. Now rolls out to his left, surveying the field, fires one towards the end zone, and a flag comes in over the head of the intended target, Liam Rogers, and we'll have a flag thrown in the end zone. See this again.
Pass intended to number 5, Liam Rogers.
Not sure, but looking for DeHoot down the far side. Came off of him pretty quick. He was locked up one-on-one with the corner, and he just rolled to his left, got the ball up in the air. And basically I think the interference was called due to the fact that the Bentworth defender did not allow the receiver to get to the football.
So this is not like the NFL. It's not a spot foul. So ball placed at the 10-yard line after the penalty's assessed. Farabee lined up as a receiver out to the right as DeHoot plays quarterback now. DeHoot keeps it himself, gets a little block from Woodward, doesn't take it, decides to bounce it out to the right, and he's swallowed up. Good stop there by the Bentworth defense. He'll be lucky to get a yard out of that.
Good job that time again by Bentworth's defense. DeHoot looking for space to run the football, could not find a seam. And he gets gang tackled trying to bust it to the outside.
Nice job. First one to beat him, Levi Urcho of Bentworth. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter, tied at 7. Jefferson-Morgan with a 2nd and goal, but the loss of 1 there by DeHoot. Brings it out to the 11-yard line. Clock
they were
rolling.
Really successful running Woodward straight at the defense. We'll see what happens here.
Farabee back in his quarterback this time. Has a new tailback with him. That's Nick Damaski. And a flag comes in from the near sideline. Play clock was down to 0. Delay a game against the Rockets. This is going to back them up 5 yards.
Yep. Big mistake offensively. Ran out of time on the time clock.
2nd and goal now from the 16-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. Farabee hands it off to Damaski, and he's hit in the backfield. First one to get to him. Braden Taggart makes the stop.
Looked like he came in untouched. Came in from the right side, and he makes the tackle right away as soon as the ball carrier got the ball.
Damaski loses 2 yards. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 18. The 5-yard penalty mixed in there. 2 losses on their 2 offensive plays. 3rd down here. Got to be thinking, you got to get this ball to DeHoot. He's lined up on the left side this time. Farabee, the quarterback. Damaski behind him, looking to pass. Look DeHoot's way, now tucks it to the right side. Will fire this one, jump pass to the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down with 5 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Good coverage down the field that time. Quarterback didn't have a place to throw the football, so he rolls to the far side and tries to get it to somebody in the back of the end zone. But it looked like he just kind of threw that away.
4th down and goal from the 18-yard line.
Great job defensively so far for Bentworth. Have to do it one more time.
Yek kicks the extra points. DeHoot does the kickoffs. No field goal attempt here. 4th and goal. Here we go. Farabee has all kind of time. Now rolls out to his right again. Delivers towards the end zone, and it's intercepted inside the 5-yard line. Who else but Ben Hayes bringing the ball back out for the Bentworth Bearcats. It was going to be Bentworth's ball anyway if that was incomplete, but Hayes brings it all the way back out.
Great job that time. Hayes kind of sat down in the middle of the field where the receiver was and basically moves up on the football, brings it back to the near sideline, and sets Bentworth up 1st and 10, a little further than they would have been had they just knocked it down.
And that's the end of the first quarter with a score. Jefferson-Morgan 7, Bentworth 7. We're back in a moment on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Fundraising Spirit Store, call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency here in Washington. When was the last time you reviewed your homeowner's policy? In recent years, the price of homeowners insurance has gone up dramatically. In fact, some companies have raised their rates by as much as 35% in the last year. If you haven't reviewed your coverage lately, now is the time. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Call us at 724-228-3448. Visit us online at dayinsurance.com or stop by one of our offices in Washington or Hickory.
What an exciting first quarter, 7-7. The first quarter ends on the interception by Ben Hayes inside the 5-yard line. Brings it all the way back out to the 24, where Bentworth will start the ball, 1st and 10. Jefferson-Morgan takes over 6 minutes off the clock and comes up empty.
Well, one of the things they wanted to do, according to the paper, was try to control the clock. But when you control the clock, you got to score points.
Ball on the far hash. Bentworth moving from right to left. Pitch it back to Hayes. Hayes bouncing it outside the numbers now on the near side as he gets knocked out of bounds. Good gain on first down, though. Give him 7. Farabee makes the hit out of bounds.
Little toss out to the near side. Hayes runs in. He does not avoid contact. He bent he got his hips down and ran right into the tackler on the near sideline. And Hayes did not go down. The tackler did.
Actually give him 8. 2nd down and 2.
That was a very patient run that time. He didn't try to cut it up, just kind of stayed with his blocking.
Ball in the near hash. Watson, the quarterback, under center. Hayes now goes in motion, and penalty is going to come in here. Might be a delay of game. It is. Took too long trying to get a little fancy with Hayes here on the side of the line.
I think what's happening is these officials are moving the game along. They blow the whistle pretty quick to get the ball in play, and I don't think they're used to it. Sometimes the official will take a long time to get the ball in play, but right now they got to be careful. 2nd now and long.
So 5-yard penalty backs it up. 2nd down and 7 now. As Watson's from the gun, Jaquay behind him. Jaquay Preston. Watson fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, gets hit in the backfield, stays moving forward, but he's going to lose some yardage on this play. Forward progress will get him back close to the original line of scrimmage.
That play did not go as planned. Quarterback made a fake inside, kept the ball going off the outside right, and ran into basically the back of one of his offensive linemen, who was about 3 yards deep in the end in the line of scrimmage. Really never had a chance to get outside or turn it up.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 9. Ball at their own 25-yard line for Bentworth in a tie ball game. 7-7, opening minute of the 2nd quarter. Watson from the gun, looking to pass, has time across the middle, and that's incomplete. 2 guys trying to run a crossing route. Think he was looking for Ayers there, but it's incomplete, and that brings up 4th down.
Also think he got a little pressure coming from his right. I did not get a number, but it was one of those big inside linemen that just kind of got in his way when he went to throw the football.
Stops the clock with exactly 11 minutes to play in this first half. Tied at 7, 4th down and 9.
Block and cover.
Bentworth on to punt, and the snap goes over the punter's head inside the 5-yard line, and somehow a little pooch kick comes in late from Hackinson, and that ball goes out of bounds at, they'll mark it at the Bentworth 37-yard line. That's where Jefferson-Morgan will set up 1st and 10 when we come back at the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Wild Things Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Great field position now for Jefferson-Morgan, and a flag comes in. Illegal substitution against Jefferson-Morgan. We've seen a lot of penalties in the first half of this ballgame.
Sure have.
We've seen delay a game on each team, pass interference, now an illegal substitution. And that backs up Jefferson-Morgan after getting the great field position after the bad snap to the punter. They're lucky that didn't end up in the end zone.
Well, they were real lucky. The kicker did a great job getting rid of the ball.
Hand off to Woodward, straight up the middle, patiently running. And he'll just get a couple yards out of this. Straight up the middle. Just picks up 2 or 3. Give him 3 yards.
Just kind of took the ball up inside and just got what he could. Not a whole lot of running room.
Second down here. Ball at the 39-yard line now.
4 receivers to the near side.
Looking to do something with it is DeHoot, who fires and finds Liam Rogers. At the 31. It'll be third down. Complete pass, though, as it's DeHoot who makes that throw.
DeHoot kept the direct snap, rolled to his right, basically sprinted to his right. When the outside contain man came to him, he was able to throw the ball over top of him and hit the hitch route on the outside. Makes it third down and about 4.
Gain of 8. Third down and 4 at the Bentworth 31-yard line. This is 4 down territory for sure for the Rockets. Liam Rogers gets off the field late. Ball in the near hash. Play clock down to 5 again for the Rockets, down to 3. Farabee takes the snap, gives it to Woodward. Woodward across the 30, he's gobbled up. He won't get there. A gain of just 1, and getting to him first, Quincy Brown for Bentworth.
Brown, nice job that time coming off the block, making the tackle. Maybe got a yard. He did get 1 yard.
Fourth down and 3 now for the Rockets.
Big play, Bentworth.
Tied at 7. 9:38 to play in the second quarter. Jefferson-Morgan with the ball at the Bentworth 30. Fourth down and 3. It's Farabee, the quarterback. Woodward behind him. 3 receivers to the right. Keeper up the middle. Goes Farabee plowing forward, and he'll have enough for the first down.
Little quarterback draw that time.
Needed 3. He got 4. First down, Jefferson-Morgan. And the Rockets move the chains.
Bentworth thought they had a fumble, but he was ruled down. He had enough for the first down, so it's first down, Jefferson-Morgan. Nice job on the quarterback draw, especially when he got contact. He just put his head down, tried to keep moving to get the first down.
2 receivers each way now. As Farabee's in the gun with Woodward behind him, looking to pass, has all kind of pressure, delivers down the sideline, and that pass is nearly one-handed by DeHoot, but it's over his head and incomplete.
He almost came down with that. Ball was thrown a little bit behind him, but he got one hand up in the air. I don't think he would have come down with it inbounds, though.
Boy, that would have been pretty impressive, even if he got his one hand to it there to make that catch.
That would have been impressive, even if he didn't come down inbounds.
Stops the clock with 8:51 to play in the second quarter. Second down and 10 now for the Rockets.
A little takeoff route down the outside. Bentworth not afraid to play up and kind of jam the receivers, and that's what they did that time. And DeHoot ran a little takeoff route down the sideline.
Second down and 10. Hands this one off to Woodward up the middle. John Woodward plowing across the 25-yard line. Pick up 4 yards or so on second down.
Braden Taggart that time got him right around the legs and put him right down. Prevented him from getting a couple more yards. 3rd down and long.
In the air, Farabee's only 1 for 4 with an interception and 6 yards. Not been a great passing game for the Rockets yet. Now here's DeHoot in the backfield with Woodward. 2 sidecars now for Farabee. Triton Farabee with a low snap, has to pick it up, gives it to DeHoot. DeHoot running around to the left, tries to make one man miss. He does. DeHoot gets the first down, up the far sideline, collision at the goal line, touchdown Rockets. My goodness, the speed of Deacon DeHoot, and the Rockets take the lead once again.
Great job that time by DeHoot. Got to the outside, was able to turn it up on the far sideline, takes it right into the end zone, right by the pylon, and gets the touchdown. Looked like he was going to get tackled before he turned the corner, and then once he turned the corner,
I want to see that replay again, Brandon. It looked like they had him. 24-yard touchdown run on 3rd down. Look right there.
Yep.
Looked like Hayes dove for those ankles, and then the speed of DeHoot up the far sideline. In to kick the extra point is Yek. They fake it. Running with it now. Jefferson-Morgan, the holder. It's DeHoot who spins out of bounds, and he's short of the goal line. 2-point conversion fails for Jefferson-Morgan. 8:05 to play in the second quarter. Rockets 13, Bentworth 7 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Hi, this is Attorney John Patricic, and I've been your hometown attorney for nearly 30 years. Whether it be family law, the preparation of wills and powers of attorney, or the administration of an estate, I'm ready to assist you. I also represent clients on real estate matters including oil and gas, local government issues, contract disputes, and civil litigation, including personal injury. If you're looking for an experienced attorney, I have offices in Bentleyville and Washington. Call 724-239-2330 for a free consultation. Go Bearcats!
Don't fall behind on your home improvement projects. Let First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County help you with the heavy lifting before winter. First Federal gives you all the tools you need with FHA Title I home improvement, home equity, construction, and owner-builder loans. With offices in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties, your loan stays here. Apply in person or anytime online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 458729.
So the failed 2-point conversion makes it 13-7. Jefferson-Morgan kicks it off again, taken at the 22-yard line by Bentworth. Caden Ayers on the return. Nice return all the way up across the 40.
A little short kick, fielded about the 20, but he brings it up past the 40-yard line. And Bentworth will start on the far hash mark.
About a 15-yard return out
at
to the
41-yard line.
It's a short drive for Jefferson. They capitalized on the punt where the snap went over the punter's head. Short field, 37-yard drive. Take almost 3 minutes off the clock.
Kicking game will save you and it'll kill you at the same time if you don't execute.
8 minutes to play, second quarter. Bentworth with the ball back, trailing 13-7 with 8 minutes to play. Jaquay Preston goes in motion. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage. Hayes up the far sideline, and a big gain on first down. He'll move the sticks.
What a great move at the line of scrimmage. Maybe right at the second level to avoid a tackle, but he just went straight ahead from his running back position, took the ball and broke it in the outside once he got through the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 15 on first down for Ben Hayes.
He's just getting yardage in chunks.
76 yards on the ground already for Ben Hayes. 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. 1st and 10 now. The 43. And a timeout taken. We'll take one too. Bentworth calls its first timeout. 7:27 to play in the second quarter. 13-7 Jefferson-Morgan leads. We're back in a minute on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
The October meeting of the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame is coming up Thursday, October 23rd. For just $10 a year, you'll have the chance to help share the stories of our region's rich athletic tradition. All members will have the opportunity to nominate athletes, coaches, officials, and contributors for consideration for induction at next summer's banquet. Our next meeting is Thursday, October 23rd at 7 p.m. at Pony Baseball Headquarters, next to EQT Park, the deadline for nominations. Join us and be part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Whether in the stands or watching from home, show your team spirit with custom printing from Quality Quick. They are your local partner for vinyl banners, fan apparel, and yard signs to help celebrate your home team. Quality Quick has been a proud print supplier for local schools and boosters in the community since 1978. Don't just watch the game, be part of it. Call 724-225-9427 or visit qualquick.com.
1st and 10 from the JM 43. Watson back to pass, and that is incomplete. He had a receiver open across the middle, but didn't look his way. Ayers was open across the middle, and instead he was looking for Behana up the right side and overthrows him. Incomplete.
Well, Ayers was running the seam down the almost in the middle of the field, and he did have a couple steps on the defender, but he was locked in on Behana.
Stops the clock. 7:22 to go in this opening half. 2nd down and 10 now for Bentworth. Bearcats moving from right to left.
I like the idea of throwing the ball on 1st down, especially if you're running the ball well.
Watson under center this time with 3 backs. Handed off to Hayes. Hayes bouncing it out to the outside. He'll have enough for the 1st down, I think, as it's DeHoot who drags him down. He'll be close to the 1st down marker. Yes, he has enough. Move the sticks.
Good job that time by DeHoot running them down. Did a nice job coming up.
Gain of 12 on 2nd down.
There's a lot of teams where Hayes would have turned the corner on that. He wasn't going to turn the corner on that one.
Clock rolling, under 7 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. Ball now at the 31-yard line. Bentworth driving, trailing 13-7. Failed 2-point conversion attempt by Jefferson-Morgan on the fake PAT. Watson now under center. Handed off to a new tailback in Lichty. And Lichty taking it to the right side. And he'll get good yardage on 1st down. Alex Lichty, the 5'8", 149-pound junior. Wouldn't say he's a bruising back, but he picks up 6 yards on 1st down.
He was hiding right behind the 2 running backs that were blocking for him. And, it's hard to find guys like that. You got to tackle them, but you got to find them first. Jefferson-Morgan basically in a run defense, playing 8 men up front most of the time.
2nd down and 4 at the JM 25-yard line for Bentworth.
They've got about 10 guys within 5 yards of the football.
Watson sends a man in motion, fake the handoff, now pitch it back to Hayes. Hayes one-on-one, makes a man miss, and he loses the ball. Ball's on the ground, and somehow I think it came right back into his own hands. Hayes put it on the dirt, but he picks it back up.
He got a ball knocked out of his hands when he was cutting back, and he was lucky. He got tackled and fell right on the football.
Wow. Gain of just 2 by Hayes there. That was dangerous.
Play did not look good from the start, trying to run a little option play into the boundary, and quarterback never made a great fake, but he also pitched the ball real early, and Hayes never really had a chance to do anything with the football.
3rd down and about 3 at the 24-yard line. 5 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. Ball at the 24. Handed off again to Lichty. One-on-one, and he's taken down on the stop. Jeremy Robertson, he'll be close to the 1st down marker. I think he's short. Gain of 2 will bring up 4th down and 1 for Bentworth.
Robertson unblocked at the point of attack. They just kind of ran by him. He was the contained man, and he was able to make the tackle. Running back, I don't think really saw him. He kind of ran into him, got tackled.
Bentworth converted on 1 4th down in this game already. Now a 4th down and 1. The quarterback, Ty Watson, goes under center. Fake the handoff a couple of ways. It goes to Lichty, who spins forward for the 1st down. That'll move the sticks.
Lichty once again on the carry.
Lichty, the little guy. They're running a little misdirection in that backfield, and it's causing some problems for Jefferson-Morgan.
Well, they're keying on Hayes. If they figure he's going to get the football, they fake the ball to him. Everybody freezes going after Hayes, and they give the ball to Lichty, who they can't find.
Gain of 7. 1st and 10 now at the 16-yard line. Bentworth driving under 4. And for most of this drive, Ty Watson's been under center with a couple of backs to choose from. Hand it off. No, fake the handoff. He keeps it himself, pitches it back to Hayes. That was almost trouble. Hayes, though, brought down for a big loss. JM's all over him, and a personal foul penalty comes in late. This is just bad by Jefferson-Morgan. This is late here. Watch this.
They might call that on Bentworth.
Brought down for a loss. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Think that goes against Bentworth, maybe.
Not sure.
Oh, injury on the play away from the football, as the officials are going to talk about this. The way I saw it, I thought that Robertson had jumped there, but he might have been tossed that way. Let's see what this flag is. Can we see that replay again, Brandon? Officials talking about this. Bad pitch back to Hayes. Gets snowed under. Watch what happens here between 10 and 12. They got into a scuffle.
Scuffle.
Scuffle, yeah.
How do you spell
sure,
that?
That's new.
SC?
a scrum, whatever you want to call it. And still an injury. There are a couple of injured Rockets. Woodward's down. Seth Fox is down. And the teams each go to the sidelines. Zayats comes out for what the call is going to be. Let's see the white hat here.
Dead ball personal foul.
Oh, they do call it on Bentworth.
Yeah, I think he was being blocked after the whistle, and he threw him down on the pile.
So
big penalty.
They lose all that yardage on the Hayes, on the pitch back to Hayes, and then the 15-yard personal foul penalty brings the ball all the way back to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, if I'm on the coaching staff of Bentworth, I'm deep sixing that option because they have not run it very well the whole time they've been there. Anytime they've run it.
This is 2nd down and 32. Hand it off to Hayes around the left side, who has a big hole, makes another man miss, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone for the Bentworth touchdown.
You hand it off tackle, and Ben Hayes takes it 39 yards. Touchdown.
All you do is run it off tackle, give it to Hayes. He gets to the second level, cuts it back in the secondary, and he just looks back at anybody chasing him, and there weren't a whole lot of people chasing him either.
Have those big penalties, the big losses. Looked like Bentworth was going to be in trouble on a 2nd down and 32.
What a great job by the left side of the offensive line that time, and a very good job by Ben Hayes when he got in the secondary.
And that ties the game up at 13. Extra point can give Bentworth the lead. Off the foot, and that ball wasn't a pretty one, but the knuckleball goes through for Caden Hackinson. 3:20 to play in the first half. Bentworth now leading Jefferson-Morgan 14-13 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
My Dream Field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My Dream Field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My Dream Field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
4 minutes and 40 seconds taken off the clock. Bentworth marches 59 yards. And the extra point off of Hackinson makes it a 14-13 game. Remember, this Bentworth team lost to California earlier this season in a heartbreaker 8-7. Jefferson-Morgan tried a fake PAT, and DeHoot rolled out, tried to get the 2-point conversion, was a yard short. And that right now has Bentworth up 1. Hackinson kicks this ball away. This one kicked deep to the far side, and it's taken by, I believe that is Liam Rogers, who spins around and is brought down, barely getting out to the 10-yard line.
Great coverage that time by Bentworth's kickoff team. Did not let him get a seam, chased him around. He tried to reverse his field, and they were right there, a bunch of yellow jerseys.
3:12 to play in the second quarter. Jefferson trailing by 1 gets the ball.
And the ball's on about the 12-yard line.
Wow. Kick there from Hackinson. This will be tough for Jefferson-Morgan. They'll have to crawl their way out of this one.
3:12 left in the second quarter. Bentworth has 2 timeouts remaining.
From the gun. Handoff goes to Woodward. Woodward bouncing out over the 10-yard line. He'll barely get back to the line of scrimmage.
Great tackle that time. Got him right around Ty Watson. Go around the ankles, gets him down, wrapped up. Good job.
No gain on the play by Woodward. He has just 17 yards on the ground.
Have not thrown the ball out to DeHoot yet in a while.
Looking to pass now. It does come to DeHoot on the near sideline, and that's incomplete as it hits the ground. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Third down.
Well, my instincts were correct. I got to get the ball to him.
You were right.
A little hitch route down the near side. Ball thrown a little low and outside. Unable to come up with it.
And that stops the clock with 2:29. So if you're Bentworth, you get a stop here. Got to think about taking a timeout maybe, saving some time.
They got plenty of time.
Farabee from the gun has Woodward behind him. Farabee looking to pass, under some pressure, has to roll out of the pocket. Up the far side, delivers down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Over the head of the intended target, Liam Rogers. Oh, it's intercepted. It's intercepted. Thought that ball went into the sideline. That's intercepted.
It looked like he was out of bounds, but he must have kept his feet in. Caden Ayers.
What a play!
5'7", 165 pounds. Makes the interceptions and sets Bentworth up. Great field position with 2:22 left.
That changes
in the second period.
I can't believe Ayers got his feet that made that catch along that far sideline. It looked like he threw that ball into the Jefferson-Morgan bench. I didn't even see Ayers get to it. That was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Second interception thrown by Farabee. And this sets up Bentworth 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Big opportunity for the Bearcats now. Handoff goes to Preston Jaquay around the left side. Jaquay puts his head down, keeps his feet moving outside the numbers.
Preston Jaquay.
And a flag comes in late. Jefferson-Morgan came up with the ball. The Rockets were running, and there's some jawing going on right down in front of us here at the 45-yard line. I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything here or not. Preston Jaquay, and Woodward tried to strip it. And as he went to the ground, the ball came out, but I think they're going to rule forward progress there, but an injury now on the field as well. They will rule forward progress.
Not sure who is down, but the bench at Bentworth coaches called the Jefferson-Morgan bench over right away.
By the way, I have Ben Hayes with 131 yards.
Well, you know what I told you the first time we worked together? That's why they play 2 halves.
That's true. Well, that's not good news. Our producer, Brandon Bennett, telling me that the down player is Triton Farabee, the quarterback for Jefferson-Morgan. And an extended injury timeout here. We'll step aside. 2:11 to play in the second quarter, 14-13. Bentworth with a 1-point lead and the football when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
Friday night lights bring our community together. but too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opioid addiction. I'm Commissioner-elect Janice, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential helpline today at 724-228-1234. That's 724-228-1234. Together, we can fight addiction and build a stronger future for Washington County.
Back here at Ellsworth Athletic Field, 2:11 to play in the first half. Bentworth leading 14-13. Had the ball, or Jefferson-Morgan was driving. No, they were not driving. They were pinned back deep in their own territory, but a pass to the sideline, it looked like it was just going to go out of bounds. Intercepted by Bentworth, set up the Bearcats pretty well here. They ran just a couple of plays since then, and a big injury, and it looks like the ambulance is going to come onto the field here, and this is not a good sign, first of all, personally, for Triton Farabee, the quarterback for Jefferson-Morgan, on a run here by Preston Jaquay to the left side. They're clearing the players away from the field, and the ambulance, Washington County Ambulance and Chair, is going to make its way onto the field here.
This might be all precautionary, too. If they felt he hit his head, you just don't know. We can't. He's been surrounded by his
Washington County Ambulance and
coaching
Chair
staff
on the field now. Triton Farabee down after the run by Preston Jaquay, and can't help but just think, boy, best wishes to Triton Farabee. Clearly something serious here for the Jefferson-Morgan quarterback, playing defense here, and injured, that the stretcher is going to come out and take him off the field. And you're right, Bill. This could be precautionary, but clearly something serious.
You don't mess around. If it's a head injury or even a lower body injury, you just don't mess around with it. You just get him in the ambulance, make sure it's taken care of.
So best wishes to Triton Farabee, and this Jefferson-Morgan team now going to have to play without their quarterback, which is not completely impossible, as we've seen Deacon DeHoot line up his quarterback, but a lot of thoughts on.
Well, if you have to use DeHoot at quarterback, it takes the what do you want to call it? It takes the threat on the outside away, other than the fact that he has thrown a completion, but it doesn't give you that speed on the outside that you're looking for.
Hard for any teenager to be able to focus as they see their friend, their teammate, carried off on a stretcher on an ambulance in the middle of the field. That is, I couldn't imagine trying to be able to focus enough to play a football game after that. So best wishes to Triton Farabee. This game started with a lot of spark for Jefferson-Morgan. Opening kickoff, John Woodward returned the opening kickoff 70 yards for a touchdown. Extra point made it 7-0. Bentworth gets the ball back. They drive down the field 71 yards in 5.5 minutes. There's the opening kickoff return. Bentworth drives down the field 71 yards in 4.5 minutes. 2-yard touchdown by Hayes to tie it up, make it 7-7. Hayes then intercepts the ball as Jefferson-Morgan had a 4th and goal from the 16, set up Bentworth at the beginning of the second quarter, but a 3-and-out as the punt went over the head, or as the snap went over the head of the punter, gave Jefferson-Morgan good field position. Got the ball at the Bentworth 37. They capitalize on a 24-yard Deacon DeHoot touchdown run. They fake the PAT. DeHoot, the holder, tries to run it. He does not get to the goal line. 2-point conversion fails, makes it 13-7. Bentworth comes back. They take 5.5 minutes off the clock again, and they score on a 59-yard drive. 39 of it comes from who else but Ben Hayes, a 39-yard touchdown run and the extra point made it 14-13. Jefferson-Morgan got the ball back, but an interception deep in their own zone by Caden Ayers has set up Bentworth with another possession here with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter. But a prolonged injury here on the field. Jefferson-Morgan's Triton Farabee injured on just a short run by Jaquay Preston. Trying to run to the left side here. Jefferson-Morgan came away with the ball, but immediately whistles, officials asking for athletic training staff, and then after a minute or two, the athletic training staff calling over to the ambulance that was parked over on the far sideline. So right now still addressing Triton Farabee on the field. And this is my heart just sinks for this young man. He's having a promising season, but you think about his long-term health and just him as a young man and a person. And boy, we're thinking about him right now and sending our thoughts and prayers to him and his family as we, the whole football stadium, you can hear a pin drop in it for a moment. There's a little chatter now, but Farabee's still not off the grass. There is a stretcher out there, but Farabee still has not even been put on it yet, which is just scary as this game has come to a screeching halt with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll step aside again. It's the WJPA Sports Network presented by the CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Whether you're shopping for 1 or 100, make one convenient stop for everything you need at Bentleyville Giant Eagle. Fresh meats and produce, deli, fresh baked goods, dairy products, cold and flu supplies, all the snacks you want and everything else you need. Bentleyville Giant Eagle has beer and wine available Sunday through Thursday 11 to 7, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9. Supporting area high school sports, students, and families. Giant Eagle in Bentleyville, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
You deserve a bank that brings fresh ideas to your business. One that can see you're a cut above and knows you like you know your customers. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on preparing personalized solutions, ones that cater to the unique needs of your business. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Triton Farabee from this crowd here at Bentworth is loaded up on the stretcher. It does look like his head is secured, and he is loaded up into the ambulance, and can't help but think we're just wishing the best for him. That's a scary situation on the field. Do we have the replay of the play once again, Brandon? It was just a run to the left side here by Jaquay Preston. Running to the left side. There he is. There's 17 right there. He picks him up and he falls backwards. And that's the play where he ends up injured.
Yeah, you can't see much.
No, I mean, he picks up the runner and kind of falls backwards as the runner falls on top of him. And a scary situation here.
It's also a good time to thank all of our first responders out there.
Yeah, the PA announcer thanking the first responders, and we'll do the same thing. Thanks to all of our first responders, emergency medical professionals here on site, and that's why you have them here. That's why you have the ambulance stationed here in case of something like this, and we're just the whole crew here at WJPA, and just us as humans wishing Triton Farabee the best, and he will be taken, I'm sure, to a local hospital. Could be, I don't know, Mon Valley Hospital is probably the closest. Could end up in Washington or so, but
trying to look for some scores here.
Yeah, thank you. It's a 14-13 score here at Bentworth. The Bearcats with a 1-point advantage with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first half. Long delay here as Triton Farabee has gone down and is injured. Had to have the ambulance come out. He's now inside the ambulance, but the ambulance still parked in the middle of the field. Ambulance trying to figure out what's the best way to get out of here. They're going to have to drive on the field, trying to get some direction. This is not an easy place to park, by the way. An easy place to even access. I mean, it's on top of the hill in the middle of the old coal town of Ellsworth.
They don't have a major highway coming in here either.
No, it's a little windy road to get back out to the major highway.
Got a second quarter score: Fort Cherry 21, Bishop Canevin 12.
Oh wow, well, Canevin on the board. Now the ambulance will take off, and one more salute to Triton Farabee, who is rolling off the field. The Jefferson-Morgan quarterback making a tackle here on Jaquay Preston. And now Bentworth and JM going to need some warm-up time, I think. They're going to let these guys do a little stretch out and get warm, get loosened up.
They got 2 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the second quarter, and they're going to go in and sit down for another 20 minutes. They should just keep on playing.
A little stretch out here. I mean, it's a little chilly out here. Muscles can get a little tight. Still 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this second quarter as Triton Farabee, the ambulance, has exited the field now and will make its way out of this little community of Ellsworth. Jefferson-Morgan and Farabee had just thrown his second pick of the game that has set up Bentworth starting this drive at the JM 34-yard line.
I have another score update. Halftime score: Trinity 21, Chartiers Valley 12.
Wow, how about that? The Hillers trying to get themselves a piece of the conference title. First place on the line tonight.
Second quarter score: Peters Township 10, South Fayette nothing.
Where are you finding all these scores? Look at you. You're better than I am.
Well, first time. First time.
Not true at all.
Hey, you don't know. I might be making them up.
I hope you're not.
No, I'm not.
I won't be mad at you if you are. NA leading Cannon Max 7-0. One in the first quarter. Upper St. Clair leads Bethel Park 21-6. Did you say Peters Township 10-0, end of one? Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Okay. I think we're about ready to resume play here. A long break for the injury of Triton Farabee, and we are thinking about him. But there was a personal foul there against Jefferson-Morgan that will move this ball 15 yards at the end of that play. We'll move the ball half the distance to the goal. So Jaquay Preston Jaquay.
The one thing I've always told people that I work with all the time is that, small school football, when you lose one, you actually lose two. You're not only losing a quarterback, you're losing a defensive back.
Got hurt defensively. And now we've got to get this game back underway. So clock will roll. Jefferson's got to get locked in here. First and goal for Bentworth after the long injury timeout. We're back to action, and it's Ben Hayes who gets the handoff around the right side, and he's swallowed up all over him, Jeremiah Robertson.
I think we're going to get a holding call here against Bentworth.
Stops the clock with 1:56 to go in the half. Flag is down.
We have holding against the Bearcats. That'll be a 10-yard.
And old Coach Duquette all over it.
I didn't see the holding. I just saw the referee throw it, and I knew it was holding.
Well, you didn't have to say that.
I'm nothing but honest.
That brings the ball out to the 24-yard line. So 10-yard penalty. Clock rolls once again. First and 20. From the 24. Ty Watson, the quarterback under center. Watson fakes the handoff, looks the pass, looking for the end zone, and that pass is caught. Touchdown, Bentworth. Matt Bahana from 24 yards out, and Bentworth scores again.
What a great catch by Bahana. Went up and high-pointed the ball over top of the defensive back, right on the sideline, right before he went out of bounds. Just a great throw, perfect position, a great catch. Little takeoff route off the far side. And Bentworth takes advantage of the short field, 20-13.
24-yard pass, 20-13. Extra point is up, and that kick is good. 1.5 minutes to play in the opening half. 21-13. Bentworth leads Jefferson-Morgan on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville.
Back here in Ellsworth, Bentworth leading 21-13. A 24-yard pass from Watson to Bahana. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And the Bearcats up by 8 with 1:32 on the clock. Kickoff coming up, and that ball's booted there by Hackinson. Taken inside the 10-yard line by the Rockets. And that ball brought out close to the 30. And that's where JM will start 1st and 10 with 1:27 left on the clock.
Ball popped up in the air, not very deep, but brought straight up the middle of the field. Got as much as he could, and with 1:27 left, Jeff Morgan's going to get the football. And I'm looking at the yard line, and did you already give that? They're at the 30.
I said the 30. I said about the 30. I can't really tell from our vantage point, but
no, it's tough.
They're at the 30. So let's see now with Triton Farabee out of the game in the ambulance. It's Deacon DeHoot who will run the offense. Running out to the right side, under some pressure, nearly drugged down, and finally brought down for a big loss. Levi Urcho all over him.
Urchel, great job, great tenacity, staying after him. DeHoot doing everything he could to get away from him, but he wrestles him down on the side, on the hash mark. Big loss that time.
How about Urcho getting back there? A huge loss on 1st down as DeHoot has nowhere to go.
Second down.
Looks to be a loss of about 10 as the ball's back to the 20-yard line.
I watched DeHoot throw the ball in pregame, and he can throw it. I'm just not sure they got anybody else that can catch it as well as he can.
Timeout.
And now Jefferson-Morgan wants a timeout. 35 seconds remaining in the half. 21-13. Bentworth leading JM Rockets with the football when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Radio and TV today are cluttered with ads for car insurance. You might find these ads clever, funny, or even annoying. Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency. We like to keep things simple. We will give you the best possible coverage at the best possible price with great hometown service without all those gimmicks. Call us to get a free no-obligation quote with Erie Insurance. You might be surprised how much you can save. That's the Day Insurance Agency, 724-228-3448, or online at dayinsurance.com.
Take a load for free. Love the playlist here at Bentworth.
I thought it was your playlist. I thought they gave it. I thought you gave it to them.
There's been Pink Floyd, little Led Zeppelin, The Wait here. This is cool. Here at Bentworth, the Bearcats with a 21-13 lead. Jefferson-Morgan with the ball at their own 20-yard line. 35 seconds to play in the half. Bentworth gets the ball to begin the second half. And whistles come in on the snap.
Penalty marker prior to the snap.
And an encroachment call against Bentworth. Bearcats look like they're going to bring some pressure here.
Somebody got in the neutral zone. Too bad. Ball was snapped over his head. Put the ball in the 35, and it's still what is it? Second and 15.
Second down and 15. Now from the 25. 34 seconds remaining. And they're going to have to put that second back on that they took off. And now they do. Chikwe comes out. Second down and 15. DeHoot, keeper, left side, trying to use his speed. Got out of one tackle, battles around.
On the carry, gets out.
And that will stop the clock as Jefferson will use another timeout. Gain of 5 by DeHoot there. It'll be 3rd down and 10 with 27 seconds remaining in the half.
Dude, had to work like heck to get that 5 yards. He ran through a couple tackles just to get 5.
Jefferson-Morgan now playing without its quarterback. Triton Farabee taken off the field in an ambulance just a few minutes ago, playing defensively after a tackle. I'm not sure Bentworth understood there was a timeout there. They were just hanging out on the field like they were ready for the next play, like JM was in a huddle.
Yep.
But the timeout, and Bentworth will come back to the sideline. Bearcats trailed in this game 7-0. They trailed 13-7, but then came back and scored to make it 14-13 after an interception short field. They score to go up 21-13. Jefferson-Morgan with the ball, facing a 3rd down and 10 with 27 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll get a PAC football report update from Joe Ondurko as W&J prepares to host Westminster at homecoming tomorrow. Airtime 1:30 on 1450 a.m. Deacon DeHoot from the gun, rolls out to the right side, looking to pass, fires down the near sideline, looking for his man Robertson, and it's incomplete, thrown out of bounds as Robertson couldn't get his hands to it anyway, and that brings up 4th down and 10 with 20 seconds left.
Just a Nate 2 o'clock start tomorrow.
Airtime's 1:30, right?
Oh,
airtime is 1:30.
Yeah,
we've got a big pregame show.
I'm still coaching.
You're right. Game is at 2 o'clock. Kickoff is 2 o'clock. But airtime 1:30. We got to get the pregame show in.
That's true.
We're on the air at 6:30 for these 7 o'clock starts. But you're right. Kickoff is at 2. 20 seconds left. 4th and 10. Jefferson going to punt it. DeHoot, the punter, gets this kick away. Look at this punt. Hayes back. Watches it bounce at the 27-yard line. Takes a little JM roll back to about the 22, and that's where they'll touch it with 7 seconds left. Bentworth, I think, happy to go in the locker room with a 8-point lead, getting the ball back to begin the third quarter.
I think they'll just go into victory formation, put a knee down, and unless they decide to give it to Hayes.
Well, he's had some explosive plays in this one. A 39-yard touchdown run. Has the interception. Has a 2-yard touchdown run. We know how good he's been. He's got over 130 yards on the night already here at the half. And it does look like Bentworth is just going to kneel it and be happy to take the lead into the locker room. Jefferson-Morgan started the game, and they've had a couple leads, but Bentworth now a 21-13 advantage as we head to halftime. We'll come back, recap this one for you here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Wildfang in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Hi, this is Attorney John Petrisic, and I've been your hometown attorney for nearly 30 years. Whether it be family law, the preparation of wills and powers of attorney, or the administration of an estate, I'm ready to assist you. I also represent clients on real estate matters including oil and gas, local government issues, contract disputes, and civil litigation including personal injury. If you're looking for an experienced attorney, I have offices in Bentleyville and Washington. Call 724-239-2330 for a free consultation. Go Bearcats!
Working overtime on your business needs? With First Federal of Greene County's Commercial Lending Department, your next step is closer than you think. From real estate secured purchases to refinancing, your loan starts and stays here. And now First Federal is offering business basic checking, business statement savings, and merchant services. First Federal will help you take care of business. For more information, visit online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We've reached halftime here at Bentworth. A 21-13 lead for the Bearcats. Jefferson-Morgan started this game with a big old splash, a 70-yard touchdown return on the kickoff. 13 seconds into the game, John Woodward put the Rockets on the board. After the extra point, JM led 7-0. Bentworth gets the ball on the ensuing possession. They start at their own 29-yard line. They march 71 yards down the field in 5.5 minutes. They score with a 2-yard Ben Hayes touchdown run. Extra point tied it at 7. Jefferson-Morgan gets the ball back. 6:02 remaining in the first quarter. They take all 6 minutes off the clock. They had a first and goal, but did not get the ball into the end zone. Penalties, couple of losses, and on a 4th down and goal at the 16, Ben Hayes forced the first turnover of the ball game. An interception inside the 5-yard line brought it all the way back out to the 25, and that's how the first quarter would end. That possession came up empty, though. Bentworth 3 and out, and on 4th down, the punt went over the head of the punter, went back at the 2-yard line, somehow got the kick away, but set up Jefferson-Morgan with good field position. The Rockets got the ball at the Bentworth 37-yard line. They took just 2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. Deacon DeHoot scored from 24 yards out. Jefferson-Morgan did not go for the PAT. They faked it. DeHoot, the holder, tried to run it in for the 2-point conversion and failed. Jefferson-Morgan led 13-7. Bentworth comes back. They take 4.5 minutes off the clock. A 59-yard drive capped off by a 39-yard Ben Hayes touchdown run. After the extra point, Bentworth took the lead 14-13. Jefferson-Morgan gets pinned deep in their own territory. Started the drive at the 12-yard line on a pass that looked like it was just going into the Jefferson Ayers. Caden Ayers comes up with an interception. A beautiful play along the far sideline to keep his feet in, make the catch, and intercept the ball. Gave Bentworth good field position with a 1-point lead. Got the ball at the Jefferson-Morgan 34-yard line, and Ty Watson found Matt Behanna in the back of the end zone from 24 yards out. Extra point made it 21-13. Bentworth has trailed multiple times, but they have battled back in this one. Their defense has made a few nice stands.
No question, and also their offense has done a nice job controlling the ball, moving it down. Jeff Morgan's defense has not been able to get it off the field when they've driven the ball down the field. Hayes seems to be the guy that breaks their back every time. What they have to do is they got to come up with a way that they can kind of anticipate where he's going to be, and they got to gang tackle him and let somebody else beat him.
Ben Hayes, 131 yards on 12 carries, 2 touchdowns, an interception. We knew he's the guy for this Bentworth team, but he's lived up to his name.
I didn't think he could do it on his own, and he hasn't. The offensive line has done a great job tonight, giving him a place to run with the football. Also, Jeff Morgan, again, got to figure out what they're going to do at quarterback. I'm sure they planned for this, or they wouldn't have had DeHoot in the offense. But do they have a package for him, or is he available to do everything that he's supposed to do with the football, as a quarterback?
Prayers, thoughts to the Jefferson-Morgan quarterback, Triton Farabee, who was injured there on that last Bentworth scoring drive on a tackle. Picked a guy up, brought Jaquay down on top of him. It was an extended timeout for the injury. They brought the ambulance onto the field, carted him off, and we are thinking about Triton Farabee right now. He was not lighting it up by any means, passing the ball. Just 1 for 6 with 2 interceptions and 6. Deacon DeHoot, this offense for Jefferson-Morgan is going to have to rely on him now. He can't catch the ball and throw it. So it takes a weapon away deep. You know, we've seen these receiving touchdowns by DeHoot, but he'll now line up as the quarterback, and that's a challenge for the Rockets.
No question about it. I can't add anything to that.
Here at the halftime break, the Jefferson-Morgan Rocket Band out on the field right now. A 21-13 lead at the break. Bentworth leading this game and getting the ball to begin the second half. Here at halftime, we'll step aside. When we come back, Lynn Manning will have a halftime news update for you. I have a playoff update as well. And Joe Onderko, the commissioner of the President's Athletic Conference, gives a breakdown in the PAC report for this week. At the break, Bentworth 21, Jefferson-Morgan 13 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Thanks to the support of CNX, GBU, Printscape, the Pony League World Series, and the participants in our annual golf outing, we awarded nearly $14,000 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. And we granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Since 1978, Quality Quick Printing has been a single source for all your business, organization, and corporate printing needs. A full-service digital document solution center, high-speed digital copying, large format, design and finishing, direct mail services, and so much more. Call their print solutions specialist to help with your next project, 724-225-9427, or visit qualquick.com.
Good evening. I'm Lynn Manning with your WJPA halftime report. 66 degrees here in the city. We're looking for overnight lows around 44 and then a pretty nice weekend. We have just a slight chance of some afternoon showers on Sunday, but it looks like most of that will actually stay north of us. We'll take a complete look at that forecast coming up. Layoff notifications going out today to as the president and the White House have been threatening to make cuts to staff and programs while the government is shut down. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers has the latest.
The White House budget director writes in a new social media post that layoffs of federal workers have begun. A spokesperson for the budget office said the reductions are, quote, substantial, but didn't give details on who was targeted and at what agencies and departments. Last week, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said it could be thousands of federal workers who are impacted, fired during the government shutdown. The president has called it a, quote, unprecedented opportunity and said he was looking to make cuts at what he called Democrat agencies. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
House members are absent during this shutdown, and it's creating a political dilemma for Republican Speaker Mike Johnson. It's testing his leadership. The Louisiana congressman sent members home 3 weeks ago, and they haven't been back in working session ever since. Now, in the intervening weeks, the government has shut down, and as you just heard, President Trump is making good on his threat to fire massive amounts of federal workers. Now, Johnson is blaming Democrats in the Senate, which is also controlled by Republicans. Democrats want health care funds for insurance subsidies that are set to expire. Multiple people are feared dead after a massive explosion at a military-grade explosives manufacturing plant near Nashville. ABC's Alex Stone has the latest.
19 people who were at the manufacturing plant when it exploded are now missing. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis says there are people who are dead. The building they were in was destroyed. The building ripped into chunks of debris in the blast.
It's probably been one of the most devastating situations that I've been on in my career.
He says they have no idea what exploded or why. The ATF and FBI will work to better understand that, which he says will likely take a long time. Alex Stone, ABC News.
A Canonsburg man faces trial for a fatal shooting that occurred on Giffen Avenue back in September. WJPA's Joe Jasek has details.
20-year-old Christopher Morehouse had charges of homicide, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment held for court at his preliminary hearing. Morehouse is accused of shooting 25-year-old Brady Paul at a party being held in the house at 521 Giffen Avenue. According to a witness, D'Angelo Perkins, a scuffle over unwanted romantic advances by Paul to be intimate with Morehouse's girlfriend Gianna Abachi broke out. Perkins testified to seeing the scuffle and hearing gunshots but not seeing who shot Paul. Abachi testified to the unwanted advances and hearing but not seeing 3 gunshots. Cannonsburg Police Sergeant Anthony Kinsella testified that during an interview, Morehouse admitted to shooting Paul twice in self-defense. Morehouse remains in the Washington County Jail without bond. For WJPA News, I'm Joe Jasek.
Meanwhile, the Atlantic Center for Capital Representation issued a statement following the acquittal yesterday of 34-year-old Joshua George of Smith Township, who may have faced the death penalty if he had been convicted in the death of his infant son several years ago. The agency has sought a court order from the state Supreme Court to establish stronger supervision of capital cases in Washington County. That's where they say the DA has pursued the death penalty in a majority of homicide cases since 2012. 338 people were nominated for this year's Nobel Peace Prize, which is the most ever. But as ABC's Brian Clark reports, there may actually be more attention on who didn't win, even after the winner was announced.
Maria Machado, the opposition leader in Venezuela, is this year's Nobel Peace Prize winner.
At a time when democracy is under threat, it is more important than ever to defend this common ground.
Norwegian Nobel Committee Chair Jørgen Vatne Friednes was asked about President Trump's campaign for the prize. He said the decision was based on the work and will of Alfred Nobel. 8 U.S. senators nominated Machado, including the current Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. Brian Clark, ABC News.
Well, you can forget the wake-up call maybe in the near future here in the United States and change it over to the wake-up smell. Holiday Inn Express is trying it out in Australia, New England, Singapore, Thailand, and Japan. It's called the Breakfast Alarm Clock, and instead of a phone call or an alarm, customers can wake up to the smells of their favorite breakfast items. It's a diffuser. You can choose aromas like coffee, bacon, blueberry muffins, mangoes, pears, fruits, croissants. The hotel says that they know the power of scent, and that first whiff of coffee or croissant can work wonders. On Wall Street, the Dow closed down 878 points to 45,479. The S&P was off 182 to 6552, and the Nasdaq dropped 820 to 22,204. In sports, college football tomorrow. It's W&J's homecoming. We've got they'll play Westminster, and we've got the game on 1450 a.m. Coverage getting underway at 1:30. Steelers play the Browns in Pittsburgh Sunday. We can have that game for you as well. 14:50 a.m. coverage starting at noon. And the Pens have tonight off. They play the Rangers tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Your forecast, clear, chilly tonight, a low of 44. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 70. Right 65 at WJPA.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. We'd love to have you join us in celebration of outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams from our area. As a member of our chapter, you can nominate potential candidates, then vote on the nominees for each year's induction banquet. And you can help spread the word about our region's rich athletic tradition. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
My Dream Field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My Dream Field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My Dream Field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for October 11th, 2025. I'm Joe Underko. This week we will take a quick look back at last week's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 6 contests this Saturday. Week 5 proved to be clarifying in the race for the 2025 PAC title, as only 2 teams remain unbeaten in league play and are matched up this weekend. W&J and Westminster are both 2-0 in the PAC, with the Presidents posting a 70-13 road blowout at Hiram, while the Titans blanked Bethany at home 52-0. Grove City handed Geneva its first league loss with a 22-9 road victory, while Allegheny did the same at Waynesburg, winning 21-11. Finally, Case Western Reserve rolled to a 42-14 road decision at St. Vincent. Teal had the weekend off. Offensive PAC Player of the Week laurels in Week 5 went to W&J senior running back Kobe DeRosa, who posted 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground and 1 receiving, at Hiram. Defensive recognition went to Grove City junior linebacker Ben Bladel, with a school record 4 QB sacks at Geneva. Special teams honors went to Case Western Reserve freshman punter Nick Delfow, who averaged 41 yards per punt at St. Vincent. Newcomer of the week was Allegheny freshman quarterback Nick Barker, with 173 passing yards and 3 TDs at Waynesburg. The headline contest in Week 6 features 3-1 Westminster at 2-2 Washington and Jefferson for the President's homecoming game at Cameron Stadium in Washington at 2 p.m. W&J has dominated the all-time series 40-6, including a 21-14 win in New Wilmington a year ago. The winner will have sole possession of first place in the conference at 3-0 with 5 weeks to play. Veteran W&J head coach Mike Sirianni talks about where the season turned around for his squad.
Well, usually people don't like a bye week that early in the season, but I think that bye week hit us at a perfect time. So we kind of just reset the season, refocused, told them all their goals were still there. Okay, we just, we're starting the season 0-0 in conference play. So bye week came at a perfect time for us.
After playing 4 of their first 5 games on the road, 2-2-1 Case Western Reserve returns home to DeSanto Field in Cleveland for a 4:30 p.m. homecoming kickoff against 2-2 Allegheny. It's the 32nd all-time meeting in a series that Allegheny leads 20-11. However, the Spartans have won the last 5 meetings, including a 58-14 final in Meadville last season. Longtime Spartan head coach Greg Debelak previews the matchup against the Gators.
Yeah, they're a well-coached team on both sides of the ball. I see a defensively much more aggressive and attacking group than last year. They had so many things go wrong last year, and that staff has done a great job just righting the ship and getting their guys to play fast.
The lone night game on the calendar has Bethany in search of its first win of the season, as the 0-4 Bison host 1-4 St. Vincent at Bison Stadium in West Virginia at. The teams are meeting for the 20th in the series 6 all-time, including a 21-13 victory in Latrobe in 2024. Bison head coach Brandon Robinson talks about hosting a night game for the first time at Bethany.
In past years, our night games have been away, so it's been kind of nice. You get to travel, and that fills up your time pretty good. But being a home game, this is my first home game here at Bethany that's a night game. I'm sure it will feel like a long day. I'm sure it will. But, the reason that we wanted to do is we wanted to have some excitement, in the evening, playing with the lights, and thought it would be fun for the guys. So I'm looking forward to that.
In other Week 6 conference contests, 2-2 Grove City hosts 2-3 Waynesburg for the Wolverines' annual homecoming contest at Thorne Field in Grove City at 2 p.m. It's the 61st all-time matchup between the Presbyterian rivals dating back to 1903. Grove City has won the last 6 meetings, with the last Yellow Jacket win in the series being a 14-10 final in 2016. Finally, 2-3 Geneva travels north to Greenville to face 0-4 Teal in a 12 noon kickoff at Alumni Stadium in Greenville. The teams have met 48 times in a series which started in 1899. The Golden Tornadoes have won the past 9 meetings, including a 21-6 final in Beaver Falls last year. Hiram has the weekend off. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Since 1978, Quality Quick Printing has been a single source for all your business, organization, and corporate printing needs. A full-service digital document solution center, high-speed digital copying, large format, design and finishing, direct mail services, and so much more. Call their print solutions specialist to help with your next project, 724-225-9427, or visit qualquick.com.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
Friday night lights bring our community together, but too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opiate addiction. I'm Commissioner Larry Maggi, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential helpline today at 724-228-1234. That's 724-228-1234. Together we can fight addiction and build a stronger future for Washington County.
Back here at Bentworth at halftime, the section champions, the Bentworth soccer teams, both the women's and the men's, being introduced onto the field here tonight as they get set for the WPIAL playoffs. We'll wait for the seeding for that. Bentworth, of course, has built a really great soccer program here, and I think at WJPA we plan to cover some of those playoff soccer games for you. I don't know about the first round or so, but in the later rounds we hope to cover some soccer teams. Peters Township, both the girls and boys winning the section championship as well. Speaking of playoffs, I want to look at the WPIAL football playoff picture 3 weeks out. The WPIAL football regular season ends Saturday, October 25th, with the conclusion of the Burgettstown-Bishop Canevin game at Dormont Stadium. All told, 65 teams will enter the WPIAL playoffs, most by claiming one of the conference automatic berths, 16 others by invitation of the WPIAL Football Steering Committee as wildcards. At this moment, the league is expected to release the brackets the afternoon of the final day of the season, though that could be complicated should Burgettstown play its way back into contention. Following is a 3 weeks to play look at the playoff pictures for the 19 teams in Washington and Greene counties. In 6A, Cannon-McMillan, the Big Macs would be in if the postseason started today, but Cannon-Mac has yet to play any of the three teams ahead of them. Likely needing one win down the stretch, Cannon-Mac faces North Allegheny, Norwin, and Central Catholic. The top four teams qualify. 5A, Peters Township. The Indians are the number 2 ranked team in the classification, behind Pine Richland. Peters Township all but clinches a playoff spot with one more win, taking on South Fayette, Baldwin, and Bethel Park. The top 3 teams in each conference qualify, along with 3 wild card selections, making up a 12-team bracket. In 4A, Trinity and Ringgold. The Hillers share the Big 6 conference lead with Chartiers Valley, one game up on Ringgold and Thomas Jefferson. Trinity and Chartiers Valley meet tonight, with the winner taking over sole possession of first place. Ringgold travels to Pleasant Hills to take on TJ. The top 2 teams in each conference qualify for the 8-team bracket, supplemented by 2 wildcard teams. Trinity finishes with Laurel Highlands and Bell Vernon both on the road. Ringgold still has Bell Vernon and Chartiers Valley on the schedule. Only team we're following in 3A is McGuffey. The Highlanders cannot qualify for the 12-team bracket made up of the top 3 conference finishers and 3 wildcard choices. They have been eliminated. In 2A, watching Wash High and Waynesburg, the Little Prexies are a near lock to qualify for the 13-team bracket, comprised of the top 3 finishers in each conference, plus 4 wildcard teams. Wash High has games with Charleroi, Carleton, and co-leader Seton LaSalle. Waynesburg can take a huge step forward with a win tonight at Keystone Oaks. That would help the Raiders in the automatic qualifier and wildcard categories. Waynesburg will finish with Charleroi and Stowe Rocks. Charleroi has Wash High, Waynesburg, and Stowe Rocks to close the year. The Cougars technically aren't out yet, but are just hanging on by a thread. And in the 1A playoff field, what we're covering here tonight will include 16 teams. top 3 in each of the 4 conferences, and then 4 wild card selections. Barring a stumble against a team below them in the standings, the 4th place finisher in both the Black Hills and Tri-County South look to be in a good position to snag at-large invitations. Black Hills Conference, Fort Cherry is the 2-time defending WPIL champion, currently sharing the conference lead with Bishop Canevin. The 2 meet Friday night tonight at Jim Gary Stadium for sole possession of first place. The Rangers have a non-conference game next week before hosting Sarah Catholic to close out the season. Chartiers Houston is tied with Cornell and Monessen heading into this weekend's action. The Bucks host Sarah Catholic, then go to Cornell next week to close their conference slate. Burkettstown is alive but would have to win out and get some help. The Blue Devils host Monessen, then visit Sarah Catholic and Bishop Canevin. And in the 1A Tri-County South, the game we're covering here tonight, we're watching California, Jefferson-Morgan, Avella, and Bentworth are all well ahead of the bottom half of the conference. On October 24th, Jeff Morgan will host California, and Avella visits Bentworth, likely to set the final order and determine which team will be on the wild card bubble. Some big band music. I said I love this playlist. I have to give a shout out to my good friend. Now this guy belongs in Brownsville, just so you know. But tonight he's at Bentworth. Joe Barantovich, the big guy, man. Joe B. This guy is bringing back Brownsville single-handedly. He's still in my phone as Brownsville cleanup guy. Has helped found the Perennial Project, a nonprofit in Brownsville. He's a tremendous guy, and for whatever reason, he came up to say hello to us tonight, Bill. He's standing right. I'm going to put the light right on Joe B.
Probably because you're here. That's why he came.
Unfortunately, we're about to start the game, so I can't talk to you, my friend. I don't really want to anyway, but Joe Barron. Honestly, though, Bill, one of the best guys out there. So kind, a community leader, and I'm glad he came up to say hello here at Bentworth. Just upset you couldn't go see the Falcons tonight, I guess. Joe B., my man. All right, we get set to start the third quarter. Bentworth will get the ball to begin this second half, leading Jefferson-Morgan 21-13. Jefferson-Morgan playing now without their quarterback, Triton Farabee, who was carted off the field by an ambulance. The kick off the foot of Logan Yeck. It is taken by an up back and returned all the way out near midfield. Bentworth will have good starting position for this first drive of the second half.
Picked up at about the 30-yard line, a real short kick. Took it right up the sideline, straight up the field. Got as much as he could, and they're going to mark the ball right around the 46-yard line. Again, good field position for Bentworth.
Glad to have you along on WJPA AM 1450 online, WJPA.com, and, of course, our YouTube page streaming. Thanks to the whole crew here at the WJPA Sports Network. We begin the second half. First and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Ty Watson, the quarterback, under center, has 2 running backs. Give this one to Hayes. Hayes, big hole up the middle. Across midfield, makes a guy miss at the 45. Up the far sideline and drugged down near the 30. A big gain on first down for Ben Hayes.
I'll tell you what, he got a great job by the offensive line to get him a start. When he got to the second level, I think he broke at least 2 tackles getting down that sideline on the far side for the first down and more.
Ball all the way out to the 32. Hayes, who had 131 yards in the first half, starts this second half with a big rush. 24 yards on first down for Ben Hayes. First and 10 now at the 32-yard line. Bentworth moving from right to left. Hayes gets the call again, trying to bounce it around the outside. Jefferson-Morgan will limit him to just a few yards here on first down.
He picks up about 3. Really had nowhere to go, so he just decided to duck it up inside, and after he broke it outside, and he gets 3. Making a second down. Have a scoring update. Chartiers Houston 21-0 at the half.
How about the Buccaneers?
Over Sarah Catholic.
Second down and 7 now at the Jefferson-Morgan 29-yard line. Ty Watson, the quarterback, goes under center. Hayes and Jaquay in the backfield. Pitch it back to Hayes. Hayes gets hit, spins off a man, gets hit again, and stays on his feet, dragging the pile. Think he'll be short of the first down, but my goodness, he made something out of nothing.
He took the pitch. It was a little high, but by the time he got to the line of scrimmage, he ran into the backs of a couple blocking linemen, spun twice back to the inside, and ends up keeping his feet moving and gets yardage.
Third down and 3.
6076. Please report to the ticket booth at the front gate. Thank you.
Opening 2 minutes now of the second half. Watson under center. Give it to Hayes again around the left side. Hayes makes a spin move, and he'll have the first down. Move the sticks once again, Mr. Hayes.
For another Bearcat first down.
Again, running it off tackle left side. Not a whole lot of running room, but he manages to get some yardage. Keeps his feet moving, spins around.
Gets about 5 there.
My guess is he's going to get a break. He's not going to carry the football this time.
9.5 minutes to play, third quarter. 21-13, Bentworth leading with the football, driving now at the Jefferson-Morgan 20-yard line. Watson now operates from the gun, and Hayes not in the backfield. Watson, bad snap to him, puts his head down, he gets it and just tries to run forward. He'll get a few yards out of it on the keeper, just an ugly snap there to him.
Just ready, basically snapped the ball to him, and he took off. It wasn't a quarterback draw. It was just an inside zone play, trying to find some room to run. Picks up about 3.
Puts him in positive rushing yards now as the quarterback. Second down and 7, 8:48 to go in this third quarter. Good solid drive here by Bentworth that started at their own 46-yard line. Second down and 7. Watson under center. Handed off this time to Jaquay, who bounces out to the outside. He'll be close to the first down markers. He's spun down near the 10. Clock keeps winding.
Little misdirection. Nice pulling guard. Does a nice job. Number 54 for Bentworth. Braden Taggart pulled on the trap, blocked the contain man, and gave him a little bit of room to run. And they almost pick up the first down.
Gain of 5 brings up third down and 2. They bring him down at the 12-yard line. Under 8 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Bentworth trying to make this a 2-score game. Hayes back in the backfield as Watson goes under center. Jaquay gets the handoff, though, and he's brought down from behind. Nice job by Jefferson-Morgan to make the stop. Remington Broadwater makes the tackle from behind. But I think it's still enough for a first down.
He had enough for the first down before he got thrown backwards, and Bentworth keeps this drive alive. Ball, I think, is sitting right at the 10-yard line, so it's first and goal from the 10.
Needed to, got to. That moves the sticks. First down and goal. Ball at the 10-yard line. 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
More often than not, this is tough now. First and goal from the 10, got to run the ball in. Tough to run the ball in.
Watson under center. Pitch it back this time to Hayes, who runs to the left, trying to get to the edge, looking for the goal line. He's inside the pylon. Touchdown.
Unless you have Ben Hayes.
10-yard touchdown run. It's his third score of the game, and Bentworth takes a 27-13 lead with the extra point pending.
What a great job that time. Real patient, coming off the left side, manages to get inside the pylon for the touchdown, and they break this game open a little bit. 27-13, kicking the extra point.
Hayes scores from 2, from 39, and now from 10 yards out. Nearly 5 minutes taken off the clock in 8 plays. Extra points good. 7:10 to play in the third quarter. Bentworth 28, Jefferson-Morgan 13. Here in the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Whether you're shopping for 1 or 100, make one convenient stop for everything you need at Bentleyville Giant Eagle. Fresh meats and produce, deli, fresh baked goods, dairy products, cold and flu supplies, all the snacks you want and everything else you need. Bentleyville Giant Eagle has beer and wine available Sunday through Thursday 11 to 7, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9. Supporting area high school sports, students, and families. Giant Eagle in Bentleyville, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Kickoff to Jefferson-Morgan as the Rockets now trail 28-13. JM wants a flag over there on the far sideline for a late hit. I don't see any yellow claw. There it comes after, though. That was really late. That might be on JM yelling about not getting a flag. Let's see what the call is. Flag came in really late after that play. Just a sideline warning. It's your favorite call, right, Bill?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that one. That's where you got to get. You got to have a guy that's designated as the get back coach. You know, he's the guy that stands on the sideline and yells at the kids, "Get back!"
So Jefferson starts this drive at their own 44-yard line. 7:03 to play, third quarter. Bentworth leading 28-13. No Triton Farabee, who was taken off in an ambulance in the first half. A little misdirection in the backfield. DeHoot trying to make something happen. Gets one guy off of him, but then wrapped up at the ankles by Hayes. And DeHoot will just pick up, 4 yards maybe on first down.
DeHoot and Hayes are somewhat similar. DeHoot is more of a straight-ahead runner, not as shifty. But keeps his feet moving, and when he gets in trouble, he can get out of trouble a little bit. But Hayes, up to the task defensively, makes sure he grabs him, and prevents him from getting a large amount of yardage. Although he did pick up about 4.
Second down and 6. Now the handoff goes to Woodward, straight up the gut. Woodward plows forward. He'll be close to a first down. If they give him the 45, he'll have it. He does. He picks up 6, and that'll move the sticks.
This is where Jefferson-Morgan has to make some hay here. They've got to take the ball down, I think, score. They don't want to give the ball back to Bentworth without putting points on the board.
Woodward had that big 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game, but just 20 now. Flag comes in. DeHoot open on the right side. He's got another first down. Now open up the near sideline. Look at the speedster go. Pushed out of bounds inside the 15, but let's see what the penalty is. Ty Watson down back at the 46-yard line. Jefferson-Morgan's Remington Broadwater with palms up to the air. An injury now to the Bentworth quarterback on defense. That's how Farabee was hurt, and that might just be a cramp. I had one of those myself during halftime. I think Bill thought I was kidding.
No, I did think you were kidding. I thought I had trouble getting under this table. You had trouble. You couldn't straighten your leg out.
Let's see what this penalty is. It's going to be a legal procedure against Bentworth. Or against Jefferson-Morgan, that is. It's going to bring the ball back. That big gain by DeHoot wiped away by the illegal procedure. Watson hustles off. That's a good sign. Can I see that one more time, Brandon? I want to see the beginning of that one more time.
49-yard line, and he will remain first down.
Exactly what happened, but the 5-yard penalty puts the ball back at the Jefferson-Morgan 49-yard line, back across midfield at the Bentworth logo. First down and 15 for the Rockets.
They got a little series with DeHoot being able to ride the back and read the defender to decide whether he's going to let him keep the ball or whether he's going to keep it.
2 sidecars now for Deacon DeHoot. And he hangs on to this one, following some blockers around the left side. Might get that penalty yardage back, but that's about it. Maybe 1 extra yard on top of it. Let's say a gain of 6 there.
He's riding that sidecar, rides it to his left, then pulls the ball and looks to run behind the blocking, whether chasing that back. And that time there was nothing there, so he just followed that back, trying to get to the outside, picked up a yard.
Outside of that big 24-yard touchdown run by DeHoot, he has another 7 carries for 27 yards. That's it. $51 yards on the ground for Deacon DeHoot. Now he hands this one off to Woodward around the right side. Cuts inside his right guard and bounces across the 40-yard line. Gets to the 38. And we'll see. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Just a straight ahead handoff that time off the right side. And that time, Bentworth, normally they've tackled very well this game. They were just kind of grabbing. Nobody went down on the legs to put the back down. And he picks up pretty good yardage, making it about a 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2, ball in the near hash. Jefferson-Morgan moving from left to right, trailing Bentworth 28-13. 4:10 to play in the third quarter. DeHoot from the gun, hands it off to Woodward. Woodward finds a hole. He'll be brought down right at the first down marker. They'll give him the 35-yard line. That's enough for the first down.
Yep. Just took the ball off the left side. DeHoot gave him the football, and he picks up the first down.
Ball right now at the Bentworth 35. Clock rolling under 4 minutes now in this third quarter. The Rockets trailing the Bearcats by 2 scores. It's 28-13.
Big series for both teams right here.
Deacon DeHoot from the gun has Robertson to his right, Woodward to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. DeHoot on the keeper. Runs it to the short side of the field to the 30. Big hit at the 28-yard line as they collide and go out of bounds right here on the near side. Be about an 8-yard gain on first down for DeHoot.
DeHoot basically faked that he was going inside and then put the foot in the ground and got to the outside and beat the contained man on the outside. The contained man was not blocked that well. He just never recovered to get outside because DeHoot got outside of him pretty quickly.
Ball now at the 27-yard line of Bentworth. Jefferson-Morgan driving. This possession started at their own 44.
Might see some people up the field this time for Bentworth.
2nd down and 2. DeHoot fake the handoff, keeps it himself. Field now will turn it upfield. He gets the first down and more to the 20, to the 15, and brought down short of the 10-yard line. He'll move the sticks again.
One of the things I think Bentworth has to do, they have to attack the kid. They can't sit around and wait. They're waiting flat-foot, and he just running by him.
Another injury on the field. This time it's a Bentworth player down. I think that's Bryce Krausen for the Bearcats. Injury timeout. We'll step aside. 3:24 to play, third quarter, 28-13. Jefferson-Morgan trailing Bentworth with the ball when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits, and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one-of-a-kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Scoring update, Trinity 28, Chartiers Valley 12 in the third quarter.
Clock winds here. Jefferson-Morgan with the football. And this one off to Robertson on a 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line.
Jefferson-Morgan really taking it at Bentworth's front 7 or front 8. They've done a nice job running the football down the field right now.
Robertson had that big 23-yard gain in the first quarter, but that's his first carry since. 2nd down and 6 now. Ball at the 8-yard line. Rockets trying to punch it in. They led 14-13. I'm sorry, they trail. They led 13-7, but 3 straight scores by Bentworth. DeHoot now hands this ball off to Damaski, and nowhere to go for Nick Damaski. The Bentworth defense comes in, but a flag on the play.
think that's an illegal procedure call. Yep.
Receiver wasn't set. I'll tell you what, Joe B down here, he's Mr. Football. What'd they call you? Bruiser?
Illegal shift. 2 men in motion.
Receiver wasn't set. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Makes it 2nd down and 11.
Got another third quarter update. Fort Cherry 42. Bishop Canevin 12.
Wow.
Third quarter.
Rangers making a statement. DeHoot. Now a pass. It came out late and it hits the ground, incomplete. Rolled out to the left.
Not sure he really wanted to throw that.
Third down.
Didn't look like a normal throwing motion. I think he wanted to get the defender up in the air and try to run the football, but the ball ends up squirting out.
Brings up 3rd down and 11 now. Stops the clock with 2:14 to go in the third quarter. Jefferson-Morgan trying to score here, trailing Bentworth 28-13. DeHoot rolling out to his left, under some pressure, gets hit, escapes one man, puts his head down, but just gets a couple of yards. Should have been brought down for a loss, but he's so elusive, he picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards, but it's 4th down for Jefferson-Morgan.
He just ran through a tackle. Two people had their hands on him, and he just ran through the tackle.
At the 6-yard line, about the 8 or 9-yard line.
And it brings up 4th down.
This is a big play in this ball game now. Late in the third quarter, Jefferson down 2 scores. This would be a huge statement by the Bentworth defense. 4th down and 7. DeHoot fakes the handoff on the option, runs up the middle, got hit, gets snowed under, and he's short. Turnover on downs. The Bentworth defense makes the stop.
Great job defensively that time. They ran a little read option, but I don't think it was an option. I just think they were going to let him ride the back across his face and then look for a seam up underneath. And Bentworth does a nice job covering up the seams.
Turnover on downs at the 6-yard line. They take 5 minutes off the clock. Drive 50 yards.
No points.
And no points. That's the second time that's happened for the Rockets. They had that 4th down interception thrown to Hayes in the first half. Now Bentworth takes over deep in their own zone at the 6 with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's a big run up the left side. Oh my goodness. All kind of room. Could he go all the way? That's Alec Lichty. And Lichty with a huge gain on 1st down.
Lichty Gins sneaks inside, comes off the left side, gets up the sideline, and he just outruns a couple defenders and just gets caught from behind by the last man that can catch him.
63 yards on 1st down for Alex Lichty.
Great job that time by Lichty running the football, and a pretty good job by the left side of that offensive line, giving him a seam to run to.
Just flips the field up to the 30 now of Jefferson-Morgan. What a play. I mean, they and JM struggled in that end of that first half with the misdirection that Bentworth was running, and now I think Jefferson-Morgan, or it's going to be Bentworth who wants a timeout. 1:16 to play in the third quarter, 28-13. Bentworth leads JM. We're back in a moment on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Timeout on the field. Bentworth using their first of this second half. 1:16 remaining in the third quarter. Bentworth comes up on a 4th down stop at the 6-yard line. And on the very first play, 63 yards up the field, Alec Lichty totally flips the field from the 6 now to the JM 30. Trying to go up 3 scores in this ball game. How about the Bearcats making a statement tonight?
2 tights, 3 backs.
Watson under center. Taking his time. Handoff goes to Hayes around the right side. Hayes squirts free. Inside the 5. Flag comes out. He was short of the goal line. Let's see what this flag is. In the area of holding for sure.
Whatever that was a late flag. Hayes was already 10 or 15 yards down the field.
It is a holding call against Bentworth that will negate that big play there by Hayes.
Mark off will be 10 yards.
Can you see that? Can we see that again, Brandon? So we see a hold there.
Take it back to the 33-yard line.
I don't quite see anything on that replay. Ball comes back out to the 33, so they say the hold happened at the 23-yard line. So you do give Hayes credit for 7 yards on that carry. Now here's Jaquay. Jaquay nowhere to go. Jefferson-Morgan gets to him trying to run it out to the left side. Preston Jaquay will lose some yards here.
Nowhere to run that time. Too much penetration by Jefferson-Morgan up front. Tried to bring the ball to the near sideline, and just a bunch of white jerseys up, wrapping them up.
Ball now back to the 36, loss of 3. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Bentworth doesn't have to, or they do have to snap it here.
2nd and 15.
7 on the play clock, 9 now on the game clock. Watson looking to pass, just dumps this one off to Ayers, who's tackled quickly. Pass was complete, tackled quickly by Seth Fox. It'll be a gain of about 6, and that's the end of the third quarter. The Bentworth Bearcats with a 28-13 lead over the Jefferson-Morgan Rockets. The fourth quarter when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency here in Washington. When was the last time you reviewed your homeowner's policy? In recent years, the price of homeowners insurance has gone up dramatically. In fact, some companies have raised their rates by as much as 35% in the last year. If you haven't reviewed your coverage lately, now is the time. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Call us at 724-228-3448. Visit us online at dayinsurance.com or stop by one of our offices in Washington or Hickory.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Wild Things Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
All right, Sweet Caroline ringing out here between the third and fourth quarter like we're at the Pitt football game. 3rd down and 11. Pitch it back to Hayes. The little flea flicker has the man, and it's caught. A diving catch inside the 5-yard line by Matt Behanna.
What a great catch. Ball a little bit overthrown by Hayes, but a good catch by the receiver.
28-yarder to Behanna. Already has the 24-yard touchdown catch, and Bentworth sitting pretty here in the first minute of the fourth quarter. Already up 28-13, trying to add on. Had the big 63-yard run, and now here's Watson under center. Watson, handoff, Jaquay, and he's tackled from behind. He'll be short. Nice play by Jefferson-Morgan.
Tried to run up over the center, right up inside, and number 50 for Jefferson-Morgan, beat the block. There wasn't anybody to run past. He just wrapped him up and put him down on the ground.
Donovan McCartney, the 5'10", 215-pound senior lineman, makes the stop there.
Did a nice job playing off the block of the left guard.
Second down and goal from the 2. Watson under center once again with 2 backs. Jaquay and Hayes dives forward, touchdown. His 4th touchdown of the ball game.
He hits it up in there. He just gets a good start, gets it right up the field. Great call on the. It's a great call on the pass. Everybody was expecting Hayes to run the football, and he did.
And it just barely overthrew Behana, and Behana with a diving catch to set him up at the 2-yard line.
He'd have walked in the end zone.
Extra point up, extra point good. 35-13, Bentworth leads Jefferson-Morgan here in the Tri-County South. We're back in a moment. The WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
Hi, this is Attorney John Patricic, and I've been your hometown attorney for nearly 30 years. Whether it be family law, the preparation of wills and powers of attorney, or the administration of an estate, I'm ready to assist you. I also represent clients on real estate matters including oil and gas, local government issues, contract disputes, and civil litigation, including personal injury. If you're looking for an experienced attorney, I have offices in Bentleyville and Washington. Call 724-239-2330 for a free consultation. Go Bearcats!
Don't fall behind on your home improvement projects. Let First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County help you with the heavy lifting before winter. First Federal gives you all the tools you need with FHA Title I home improvement, home equity, construction, and owner-builder loans. With offices in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties, your loan stays here. Apply in person or anytime online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 458729.
Kickoff bobbled around the 20-yard line by Seth Fox. He gathers and brings it out to the 30. Jefferson-Morgan sets up shop 1st and 10, trailing 35-13 with 10.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
Good coverage that time by Bentworth. You can see the momentum on the Bentworth sideline just by the way the kids are flying around.
Bentworth drives 94 yards in just 2.5 minutes to go up 35-13. First down and 10 now for the Rockets. Trying to make something happen. DeHoot looks to the near sideline, and that pass thrown behind Liam Rogers, who slips on the natural grass.
Yep, he was coming back to the ball, put his foot in the ground, and feet went right out from underneath him. Wasn't able to get back to where DeHoot threw the football. Second down.
And Jefferson-Morgan playing the second half without their quarterback, Triton Farabee, who we send our well wishes to, who was carted off the field in an ambulance.
Wash-Eye Prexies still scoring points. 61-9. Final over Charleroi.
Run around the right side by DeHoot now, trying to make something happen. Get about 4 yards there on second down. Brings up a 3rd down and 6.
Nice. Again, pretty good job by Bentworth getting to DeHoot on the far sideline. Brings up 3rd down.
This Bentworth defense has been good when Farabee was playing. DeHoot has only just 1 catch. And now having to play quarterback takes him away as a threat as that receiver. And they have contained him well. DeHoot on the ground with just 66 yards. 3rd down and 6 now for Jefferson. Rockets with the ball at their own 34-yard line, moving from right to left. Ball on the far hash. And a timeout taken. That'll stop the clock with 9:44 remaining in the ball game. JM uses a timeout. We'll take one, too. Back in a moment. Bentworth leading 35-13 over the Rockets on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. We'd love to have you join us in celebration of outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams from our area. As a member of our chapter, you can nominate potential candidates, then vote on the nominees for each year's induction banquet. And you can help spread the word about our region's rich athletic tradition. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington-Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Whether in the stands or watching from home, show your team spirit with custom printing from Quality Quick. They are your local partner for vinyl banners, fan apparel, and yard signs to help celebrate your home team. Quality Quick has been a proud print supplier for local schools and boosters in the community since 1978. Don't just watch the game, be part of it. Call 724-225-9427 or visit qualquick.com.
DeHoot all over the place, delivers a pass downfield, and it's incomplete. It was like a magician avoiding all kind of pressure.
He's just running around trying to make a play. Had a man open in the field, but he was throwing the ball on the run, never got his shoulders to turn up the field and just underthrew the ball. But that was after he's changed field twice.
I feel like this is the ball game for Jefferson-Morgan here, down 35-13, 9.5 minutes remaining. But it looks like Jefferson-Morgan's going to punt this ball away. A 3-and-out on this first possession of the fourth quarter for the Rockets. JM running a guy on late here, 4 seconds on the play clock. DeHoot will punt this ball. It's a huge boot. Hayes watches it bounce, takes a sideways roll, and will be picked up at about the 25-yard line, where Bentworth will start their drive now, already leading 35-13.
Just Bentworth kept their defense on the field, just put Hayes back, and basically I think they told him stay away from the ball, let him kick. If he kicks it, just stay away from it and let it roll. The more it rolls, the more the time goes off the clock.
9:19 remaining in this ball game. Bentworth trailed 13-7. 28 straight points since. And with the ball back once again after the Jefferson-Morgan punt.
Two tight ends, full house backfield, and a wishbone.
Watson under center. Handoff goes to Hayes around the left side. Hayes with some running room. Spins around the 35-yard line.
Turns it for another 9 yards.
He'll be close to the first down, maybe a yard short.
Second down.
Nice run off the left side that time.
Well, we talked about coming into this game that you have the WPIL's two leading scorers in Ben Hayes and DeHoot. Second leading receiver in DeHoot. Number one rusher in the WPIL in Hayes. Who was going to show up tonight? How about Ben Hayes? 4 touchdowns, 188 yards on the ground, and he's still moving.
Well, a lot of that, too, is DeHoot couldn't run as a receiver in the second half, just based on the fact that his quarterback was hurt.
Handoff this time goes to Lichty. Lichty up the far sideline, and he'll have a first down for Bentworth. Had that big 63-yard carry from the 6-yard line, and he gets another chance to move the sticks here for the Bearcats.
Well, Lichty's done a nice job tonight, too. He's kind of been overshadowed by Hayes, but he's really done a nice job.
Gain of 11 by Lichty.
And again, offensively up front. That offensive line for Bentworth is just moving people out of the way. And they're running on the edge real well.
Ball now at the 45-yard line. 8:23 to play. Bentworth with the ball and a 35-13 lead. Handoff this time. Nowhere to go for Ben Hayes.
By Jeremiah Robertson.
Robertson all over him, actually drops him for a pretty big loss.
That might have been the first time that he's had a loss tonight. I can't remember, but
only the second time because of that pitch that went backwards.
That's right. Interesting, Jefferson-Morgan brought an extra man in the box that time, right where Hayes was going to be running. He's brought a man up in the gap.
Hayes looking for a 200-yard game here tonight. Clock continuing to roll. He's at 184. Lichty gets the call in the backfield, and he's wrapped up and brought down for a loss. It's Jeremiah Robertson again.
Robertson does again. Nice job. 3 white jerseys at the point of attack. Up the field. Running back unable to get going.
Lichty with 84 yards on the ground.
Jefferson-Morgan 3 scores down. Clock running at 7:05. Got to get the ball back and score quick.
3rd down and 19 here for Bentworth at their own 37-yard line. And here comes another timeout.
Timeout, Bentworth.
Bearcats will use their second timeout. 6:52 to play in the 4th quarter. 35-13. Bentworth leads. We're back in a moment. The WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Jefferson-Morgan just trying to get the ball back. You ready to turn it up here?
Hangman.
You're supposed to play that on defense. Bentworth has the football here. It makes sense if we were Jefferson-Morgan, I guess. No one's going to complain about Renegade. Bentworth in the black and gold. Here's 3rd down and 19 from their own 37 out of the timeout. Looking to pass. Watson has a man. It's Ayers who makes a tremendous catch right at the 1st down marker. And that should be enough for a 1st down.
That was a great throw, too. Right on the numbers, right in between two defenders. What a great catch, great throw.
Wow. Needed 19, got 20. 1st down.
That's how you play football. You play to win, you don't play to lose.
That is awesome.
You just go after it.
How about Ayers? A couple of nice catches tonight.
Yep.
Had that beautiful interception, and then right there, Watson threading the needle to get that to Ayers. 6:20 to play in the 4th quarter. Bentworth now with a 1st down at the Jefferson-Morgan 43-yard line. Pitch it back to Hayes this time. Hayes with some running room around the far sideline, and he slides down, and a flag comes in. That will stop the clock with 6:10 to play. Flag came away from the football. See what this call is.
They got a holding call.
That'll back up Bentworth. Honestly, just lets the Bearcats run a few more plays and runs more time off the clock. So penalty will move the ball. They're going to mark it off now. Move it back to the Bentworth 47. .609 and winding. What is this now? 1st down and about 20. First and 20 after the penalty. Pitch it back again to Hayes. Hayes leapt over one defender and then brought down short of midfield. Pick up 4 yards or so.
Lined up in a full house. Wishbone set the fullback in motion to the near side. Gave it to Hayes, and Hayes tried to break it in the off tackle, coming to the near sideline to his right. But a lot of white jerseys there. No place to run.
Second down and 18. It was a gain of just 2. If you can't tell, we're right in front of the Bentworth band. And the cheerleaders are having some fun here tonight. Bentworth in control. Here's the handoff to Hayes. Another flag comes flying in from 20 yards away. And that stops the clock again with under 5 minutes to play.
That's going to be another hold.
quite see anything there on that replay. We don't have the fortune of ESPN with 25 cameras on the field, but 35-13, Bentworth in control of this one. But a second holding call back-to-back here on this drive. Well, there was one rushing play of 2 yards in between these two holdings, but
well, you can understand the holding call sometimes because you're in the fourth quarter, kids are tired, they don't move their feet, they kind of grab. I come from the coaching end.
And what do you say?
Stop reffing the scoreboard.
Second down and a city block. And it's a handoff up the middle. Big gain there. And more flags come in after the play.
That's on Jefferson-Morgan.
I think that was Ayers actually on that. Was that Ayers who had that ball? Can we see that again, Brandon? Do you have the
number 5?
Oh yeah,
number 5.
Was there a retaliation there by number 5 too? There after he gets shoved.
Yep.
So that's Liam Rogers for Jefferson-Morgan,
and we have a player down for Bentworth.
Tim Bassich, number 20 there for Bentworth. I don't know.
Not sure what happened. It looked like he was running off the field, and he just went down.
Stops the clock with 4.5 minutes to play in the game. It's a 35-13 lead for Bentworth. And Ayers gets up. Pretty sure he was the ball carrier there.
There's a penalty marker also, I believe.
This PA announcer is actually pretty funny.
The PA announcers reminded those officials that there was a flag.
Against the Rockets.
And they do call Liam Rogers with that retaliation push after getting shoved by Bassich at the end of the play.
Well, Bassich I think he got the block in right as the whistle was blowing. So that was not a penalty, but the retaliation certainly was.
So Ayers on the carry got about 13. And now the 15-yard penalty assessed from the end of the run. A personal foul is not an automatic first down in high school football, so it was second and forever. Now after the run and the penalty, it's 3rd and 9. After all that.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. 4:20 and winding. Bentworth now just trying to get out of this game. Can let the play clock wind down under 10 before they get set. Watson under center, give the ball to Hayes. Hayes patiently running and just kind of slides down there. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I'd be at the point now where I'd start thinking about getting Ben Hayes off the field.
186 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns, and we have another timeout on the field. 4th down and 9. Timeout for yet another injury. This happened last year we were here. It was raining. We had a bunch of injuries.
Is that right?
Took forever. The rain was coming, and the game ended before the rain came, but we didn't get all of our equipment cleaned up. And there was just a ton of injuries in that game. Mark Uriah was here that night. It felt like nobody could get off the field without injuries, and here we are again. Somebody for Bentworth down with under 4 minutes to play in this ball game.
With 4 minutes to go, down 3 scores, for all intents and purposes, the game is over. Although stranger things have happened, I guess I shouldn't say that.
Well, this Jefferson-Morgan offense has just struggled tonight.
Correct.
They have struggled. They have 2 scores on the board. One of them was the opening kickoff return for a touchdown.
Bentworth has done I think I mentioned at the beginning of the game, defense, will determine which guy is the guy tonight.
Yeah.
And Bentworth's defense showed up.
They certainly have. The Bentworth defense has been great as Lucas Malinowski limps off the field for Bentworth. Malinowski, a 268-pound, 6-foot sophomore. Gets some help.
I hate to see those big guys limping off because they're always a little bit tougher to come back from those injuries than the lighter guys.
So as Malinowski takes his time to get off the field, Bentworth going to line back up over the football. 4th down and 9. Leading 35-13, 3:55 remaining in the ball game. Malinowski finally gets off the field. JM's had some good drives that have stalled out. Over 5 minutes taken off the clock twice where they didn't come up with any points. Including one drive that started at their own 12-yard line. They threw an interception.
4th down, would he throw it?
Maybe here. 4th down and 9. They're waiting till the play clock gets under 10, but the game clock now at 3:36. Play clock at 4. And they take a timeout.
Timeout, Bearcats.
So after the injury, the clock was going to wind. And Bentworth takes its final timeout of the ball game with 3.5 minutes remaining. Jefferson-Morgan returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown to take a 7-0 lead after the extra point. Bentworth comes back, ties it, makes it 7-7. Hayes with an interception, but they had to punt the ball away. Ball went over the punter's head. And then Jefferson-Morgan comes and strikes again, a 24-yard Deacon DeHoot touchdown run. 2-point conversion fails, made it 13-7. Since then, it's been all Bentworth. A 39-yard Hayes touchdown, a 24-yard touchdown pass to Behana, another 10-yard touchdown run by Hayes, a 2-yard touchdown run by Hayes, and now looks like Bentworth is going to punt the ball away. Only one other punt in the game by Bentworth. The snap went over the punter's head. This one's a good snap to the punter. And this one will go outside of the pylon at the 1-yard line. What a boot by Caden Hackinson. Pins Jefferson-Morgan at the 1.
That couldn't have been more perfect. The ball just bounced right out right before the pylon. They may set it before the 1-yard line. That might be like at the half-yard line.
What a punt. Do you have the replay of that, Brandon? That ball, I mean, what, you can't ask for a better punt as it rolls out of bounds right in front of the pylon at the 1-yard line.
I think while we got people listening, I want to make sure I get a shout out to that offensive line from Bentworth. Creechy, Taggart, Urtko, Malinowski, Haynes all did a terrific job tonight.
3:22 to play in the game. Jefferson-Morgan starts this possession at their own 1. Did the ball pop out? What's Ayers saying there? Nope, 2nd down. Not much happening there.
Clock running at 3:07.
Under 3 minutes to play. Jefferson-Morgan still stuck at their own 1-yard line after the beautiful punt by Caden Hackinson. JM with a substitution here. Clock continuing to roll. The Rockets in no hurry. 10 seconds on the play clock now. JM's got to get set. DeHoot from the gun, and whistle's going to come in here. Play clock was at 0, and Jefferson-Morgan takes its final timeout. Trying to avoid a safety here with 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. What a statement by Bentworth tonight. Again, Jefferson-Morgan not playing with their starting quarterback in this second half. But they had the lead in that first half with when Farabee was still there.
Early.
Final score, by the way, Trinity 42, Chartiers Valley 18. That one is over. Bob Gregg and Jack Sacco wrapping up on WJPA FM 95.3. Thanks to the whole crew here tonight at Bentworth. I want to give a special shout out to Brian Malecki, the athletic director here, who was very helpful in getting us set up in the bleachers. Dacia Skolnekovich on the cameras with Gina Reeves. Brandon Bennett, our producer. We figured out the scoreboard, by the way, Bill. We got somebody to run it for us. Cam Pritz on the scoreboard, Jacob Knizer in our downtown Washington studios. Beautiful night for football. The chill has arrived in the fall Friday nights as the harvest moon glows over top of the field. DeHoot takes the snap in the end zone. Fires this one across the middle to Robertson, and it's incomplete. Underthrew, and really Hayes had a nice chance at an interception, but could not get back to the football.
Yeah, I'm saying that if he wouldn't have fell down, he might have intercepted that. Ball was a little overthrown, but, DeHoot did a nice job at least getting the ball away.
Stops the clock with 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 3rd down and 10 from their own 1-yard line for Jefferson-Morgan. Can the Rockets get out of trouble here without allowing any more points? DeHoot from the gun. 3 receivers to the left side. Going to run it himself up the middle. Bounces it back to the right. Here goes Deacon DeHoot. Here goes Deacon DeHoot one-on-one with Ben Hayes, and he makes him miss. Up the far sideline. No one's going to catch Deacon DeHoot. 99-yard touchdown run. It's not going to matter at the end of this ball game, but he takes it the whole way.
Goes a long way.
I'm wondering if he's out of bounds.
Everybody stopped on the field. What's the call here? Everybody's kind of paused on the field. There's a flag back at the 10-yard line on the far sideline, and that one's coming back. The flag was all the way like hidden behind this pole that's in front of me. Back at the 10. That erases the 99-yard touchdown run by Deacon DeHoot. It felt strange the way everybody was acting on the field.
I was just watching Hayes and DeHoot go after one another down the sideline. Yeah,
one-on-one. DeHoot beat him, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
DeHoot, a medal winner in both the 100-meter and 200-meter dashes, runs track in a co-op with Beth Center. So give DeHoot credit for 4 yards as that ball now comes out to make it 3rd down and 6. Third down and 6 from the 5. DeHoot looking to pass, delivers this one. Hayes could maybe intercept it. It's over his head as well. No one home. Looking for Liam Rogers, but closest person to the ball was Hayes.
That ball was thrown 60 yards in the air at least.
What a gun,
It hit on the 40. He threw it about 5 or 6 yards deep in the end zone. So that would be 64, 65 yards.
That's an arm.
Yeah, I told you I watched him warm up. He could throw it.
But now this brings up 4th down and 6 with 2:02 on the clock. Trailing Bentworth 35-13. And are you end of the game here? Do you go for it? And Jefferson-Morgan now will use its final timeout. This is the game that will never end.
Well, it's, do you go for it? You probably go for it.
It's the end of the game.
It's the end of the game. You got to you got to score. Probably go for it. You don't punt it.
Everybody's out of timeout, so you can Bentworth can
get a first down.
Well, if they get the ball at the 7-yard line, they might punch it in one more time.
Kick a field goal.
Well, we saw the leg that Hackinson has. 28 straight points in this one by Bentworth after trailing 13-7. 4th down and 6 for Jefferson-Morgan. Final 2:02 of the ball game. Ball at their own 5-yard line.
They're going to punt it away.
They are going to punt. DeHoot from the end zone gets this one off.
Punts the ball away.
Nobody was back there to cover the punt for Bentworth. It will bounce at the 50 where Jefferson will touch it, and Bentworth can just run this clock out now with 1:54 remaining in the game. What a statement by Bentworth tonight. By Ben Hayes, but by this Bentworth defense.
Just a great team effort. Everybody that was supposed to perform, performed. up front, in the backfield, that quarterback, as a receiver, they played a complete football game tonight.
1:54 remaining in the game, 35-13. The score in favor of Bentworth and the Bearcats. What a punt by Hackinson, though, to put Jefferson-Morgan at the 1-yard line. And the Rockets decide, down 35-13, that the best thing to do is to punt it away from the end zone.
My guess is if you asked him to do that 3 of 5 times or 3 of 10 times, or again after 10, he couldn't do it.
He's got a leg for sure, but I'm not sure he was prepared to pin him at the 1. But got the job done. Boy, what a difference a kicker can also make in 1A football.
Kicker can make a difference in every phase of football.
That's true.
Best formation in all of football right there.
And
Bearcats
Bentworth will kneel it down. I'm going to run this clock out. Jefferson-Morgan will suffer its first loss of the season. And now Bentworth hoping JM could upset California in a couple of weeks. Maybe all 3 of them could have a 3-way tie for the Tri-County South Conference title. California can win it if they take care of business over the next few weeks, including facing Jefferson-Morgan the last game of the regular season. Bentworth will pick up its 6th win. Bearcats improved to 6-2 overall, 4-1 in the Tri-County South. What a night for Ben Hayes. The WPIL's leading rusher and leading scorer continues to add on. 4 touchdowns tonight for the young man with 186 yards on the ground on 23 carries.
And some of those runs were not easy runs.
No.
Some of those runs were broken tackles, going through 2 people.
In final time, Bentworth will kneel it one more time, and that's the ball game, folks. Bentworth will come to the sideline and celebrate. The Bearcats take down the reigning Tri-County South Conference champions and deliver the Jefferson-Morgan Rockets' first loss. Recap and our CCBC Washington County College Center player of the game when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by the CNX Foundation.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
Friday Night Lights brings our communities together, but too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opioid addiction. I'm County Commissioner Nick Sherman, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential hotline today at 724-228-1234. Together we can fight addiction and build a strong future for Washington County. 724-228-1234.
Celebration by the Bentworth Bearcats, the band, the cheerleaders, the alma mater, and the football players locked arm in arm as the Bearcats have defeated Jefferson-Morgan 35-13. Let's recap this one for you. Jefferson-Morgan started with the big splash. Opening kickoff for the ball game, John Woodward returns it 70 yards for the touchdown. The extra point made it 7-0, just 13 seconds into the ball game. But Bentworth strikes right back for their first possession of the game. They drive 71 yards in a little over 5.5 minutes, capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Ben Hayes. Extra point tied it at 7. On Jefferson-Morgan's ensuing drive, they take over 6 minutes off the clock. They march down the field 76 yards, but they, on a 4th down and 16, throw an interception inside the 5-yard line. It was Ben Hayes who came up with that interception. It would have been a turnover on downs if it was incomplete anyway. Hayes returns that interception from inside the 5 out to the 24-yard line. First few plays of the second quarter, it's a 3-and-out for Bentworth, though, after that interception. The snap to the punter went over the head of the punter, somehow got the ball away, but set up Jefferson-Morgan with good field position. Still tied at 7. The Rockets get the ball at the Bentworth 37-yard line, and took just a few plays, 2.5 minutes, and Deacon DeHoot found the end zone from 24 yards out. They tried a 2-point conversion attempt on a fake PAT. DeHoot, the holder, tried to run it to the goal line, couldn't quite get there. He was stopped, made it 13-7. It's the last time Jefferson-Morgan would score. Bentworth strike back quickly. 4.5 minutes later, 39-yard touchdown run by Ben Hayes made it 14-13. And then Jefferson-Morgan starts the drive at their own 12-yard line. And just 4 plays later, Ayers made a beautiful interception on the far sideline that set up Bentworth. 24-yard touchdown pass from Ty Watson to Matt Behana made it 21-13. Jefferson-Morgan gets the ball back to end the half, can't do anything with it. Bentworth starts the third quarter with the football, and who else but Ben Hayes from 10 yards out scores as they drive 54 yards down the field and take nearly 5 minutes off the clock. Jefferson-Morgan, now trailing 28-13, has another nice drive over 5 minutes that starts at their own 44-yard line. They get all the way down to the 6 and can't convert on the first down. They turn the ball over on downs. Bentworth strikes back quickly once again. They have the ball at the 6-yard line. Very first play, Alec Lichty runs it out 66 yards, and the drive capped off by another Ben Hayes 2-yard touchdown run to make it 35-13 at the very beginning of the fourth quarter. Teams would trade possessions there in the fourth, but 35-13 is the way we finish. It's time to name our Washington County College Center player of the game. Washington County College Center, operated by the Community College of Beaver County.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
He's the WPIAL's leading rusher. He's the WPIAL's leading scorer. He put up 4 touchdowns tonight. He had 188 yards on 23 carries. Our Washington County College Center CCBC player of the game, Ben Hayes.
I can't argue with that. That's for sure. He's already got, what does he have, 2 more games left in the regular season. And he's broken his rushing record from last year. He needed 135 some yards.
Yep.
And he's already broken that from last year. So he's gotten better. And I think he's got a bright future somewhere. No doubt about it. But for tonight's game, you got to give credit to the entire football team from Bentworth. They executed. When they needed the drives, they drove the football. When they needed the big plays, they made the big plays defensively and offensively. Really a total package of a football game for Bentworth tonight. Jefferson-Morgan played well early, got caught up a little bit in the second quarter, and they lost their quarterback, and that seemed to be about it. And that took the out of the wide receiver position and the running back position. They gave him the football to use, and he could run with it, but it's not the same when he's at the quarterback spot. What they ought to do is go look at some film from Fort Cherry and see how Sieg runs, that, and then just throw that offense together. and because he's as fast as he may be as fast as Sieg is, but really, really a good football game. Just got away from Jefferson-Morgan at the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth.
Our thoughts and prayers with Triton Farabee, the quarterback for Jefferson-Morgan, on a defensive play late in the first half, made a tackle, picked a guy up, actually got called for a penalty for it. It was like a body slam tackle, but the guy came down on top of him. The ambulance had to come out onto the field, and he was carted away in that ambulance We are thinking about him. It changed the dynamic of the football game, but the Bentworth defense was playing well before that. DeHoot had just one catch in that first half from Farabee. So I'm not sure it changes the game completely. It certainly changed the second half and how Jefferson-Morgan had to play.
It changed the strategy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, when you have to take your what you would consider your best athlete and not allow him to play the multiple positions that he was playing, okay, and then have to go back and just play quarterback. And that makes a difference from a strategy standpoint and a play calling standpoint.
Jefferson-Morgan struggled to get the offense going. DeHoot finishes the night with 12 carries for 70 yards on the ground, 1 reception for 6 yards. That's it. We came in the pregame. We said, look, we've got 2 of the best guys in the whole WPIL squaring off against each other tonight, and it's Ben Hayes who put up the highlight reel, and the Bentworth defense took care of Deacon DeHoot.
Yep, that's it in a nutshell.
Jefferson-Morgan now falls to 7-1 overall in the season, 4-1 in the Tri-County South. Still some games to go, though. Anything could happen here in the season. That's why you play the entire season. But now California alone at the top, so long the Trojans took care of business tonight, alone at the top in the Tri-County South. Jefferson-Morgan still has to play California the last week of the season. Bentworth now rooting for the Rockets. There's a chance they could all share the Tri-County South title. All 3 of those teams, though, this Bentworth team, Jefferson-Morgan, they're probably all going to end up in the playoffs out of the Tri-County South.
Well, and again, if you're better off finishing first than you are third because of who you get matched up with in the first round.
Next up for Bentworth, they're at Mapletown next week, and then they finish the season at Avella. Came in tonight thinking we were going to have a great game. I still think we had a good game, but boy, I'm just so impressed with Bentworth tonight. They played the complete game, as you said. They did it all.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot quieter now.
Without that band right in front of us?
Everybody left and the band's gone.
Thanks so much to Brian Malecki here at Bentworth for taking. Oh, my goodness. Thanks to the whole crew here at Bentworth, and thanks to the whole crew on the WJPA Sports Network. Tomorrow, don't forget, Washington and Jefferson football on the air on 1450 AM. It's homecoming for the Presidents as they host Westminster. Bob Gregg will have the call for you. Airtime 1:30 on WJPA AM 1450. Tonight's game on the WJPA Sports Network has been brought to you by Washington County Human Services. Take the first step toward a healthier life. Call 724-228-1234. By Mariscotti Insurance Agency and Mariscotti Funeral Home in California. Proud to support students and families throughout the area. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Quality Quick Printing, your Team Spirit printing headquarters since 1978. Online at qualquick.com. By the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. By First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County, people you know, people you can trust. By attorney John Patricic, nearly 30 years of experience, giving your case the attention it deserves. By Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation and Advanced Surgical Hospital. By the Day Insurance Agency on East Main Street in Washington, on Main Street in Hickory, online dayinsurance.com, celebrating more than a half-century of service. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. By Bentleyville Giant Eagle, open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And by the Washington County College Center, operated by the Community College of Beaver County. Thanks so much to the whole crew here at the WJPA Sports Network. Our camera women, Gina Reeves and Dacia Skolnekovich. Our scoreboard operator, Cam Pritz. My producer, Brandon Bennett. Our producer in our downtown Washington studios, Jacob Knisner. And my partner, Bill Duquette. I'm Nate Rigotti signing off from Ellsworth Athletic Field. Tonight, Bentworth defeats Jefferson-Morgan 35-13.